killers, nigga, let me coming for your head. Holding niggas accountable for the pseudo shit that they said. 2026, check the scoreboard. Pseudo killers, see the killer shoes. No fakers, no scammers, no flamers. Pseudo killers, sweet straight pseudo killers. Yeah, we bringing the hammer slow. Pseudo, yeah, pseudo. Man, no fingers, no scammers, we the pseudo killers. I'm tired of all this talking, niggas running their mouths. Beat chests on platforms, begging for some clout. Like, niggas ain't saying nothing, motions crashing them out. It's another PKO, another pseudos have to fuck out. Ain't no more running niggas, we leaving pseudos dead. We the boogeyman to these pseudos, we leaving the streets red. Step in the ring, you pseudos, come out, take your shot. It's about time, little nigga, show us what you got. Show BK got mean intentions and the truth is no friend. This is war, love niggas, only one way that's gone. And say goodbye to next to kids. Pseudo killers, pseudo killers. No faking, no scammers, no flippers. Pseudo killers, pseudo killers. T-straight pseudo killers, yeah, we running out of pseudo, yeah, pseudo, red, no faker, no scammers, we the pseudo killers. No fakes, no frauds, check the data, check the stats, pseudo killers, fade out. What's your ideology? Can somebody explain to me why all this blackology? Is this the culture's community? Every discussion rooted in blackology, fueled by the lack of basic integrity. Case in point, you know who I mean. High level foolery, dress up as a dream, nostalgia trap, always reliving history, but missing the method, no consistency. Name drops heavy just to spark up the flame, but scholarship ain't just remembering names. Smoking mirrors, performance, artistry, debate turned into my intellectual honesty. You say build, but what are you building really? If it's not grounded, it just sounding silly. What's your ideology? Can somebody explain to me why all this blackology? Is this the conscious community? Confusion rising, no clarity, just noise wrapped in false authority. What's your ideology? Yeah, somebody explain this bit. Promoting theories with no accountability. Cherry pick claim just as credibility. Confirmation bias, that's the strategy. Ignore the data, rewrite reality. Call yourself a scholar, that's a travesty. Is the method lesson? That's not mastery. You can't read plain sight culturally. The call it truth, that's not how it be. Some saying no, it's mythology. That's the word repeatable, that's the policy. You burn the lines, create mythology, then package it up as black technology. Now it's energy, now it's destiny. Now it's outside at the feet of legacy. But inheritance ain't validity. You still gotta show that wisdom and stability. What's your ideology? Can somebody explain to me why all this blackology? Is this the conscious community? All I see is fantasy, no rigor, no transparency. What's your ideology? Still waiting, explain to me. Try to put the map, rewrite biology. Got check quick, that's reality when evidence is. No apologies, vivid again. New mythology, squint your eyes, disguise the lies, but truth don't bend to theatrics and cries. The crazy or not, that don't move me. If the logic's weak, I see it clearly. No ideology, I stand on method. Test to be claimed, cross-check, then hit it. You want truth, then you gotta respect it, not just protect it when it's convenient. What's your ideology? Yeah, that's the question lately. But if it ain't grounded properly, it just knows and it don't faze me. Yeah. Left the question lately. But if it ain't grounded properly, it's just noise and it don't faze me.
Welcome to a late night pseudo killers drive-by. As you can see in the title, JJ is calling out Chris MVP Harris. He wants to set the record straight. Before he get in the building, let me shout out to my good brother, Heru Consciousness. Heru, what's you been up to, my good brother? What's good? What's going
What's
on?
going on? What's going on? What's going on, Sid?
What
Uh
you do?
man, you know me, brother. I stay in the lab working, man. Always cooking up something. I saw this title, man, and I said, man, I got to tune in on this one. Finally had a day off. I said, I got to tune in on this one.
All right. Let me ask you a question, my brother. Have you been following the Set Talks shows? And what do you think about the information that we've been putting down?
Yes, I absolutely have been following the SED Talk shows from the very first show you put down. And
Appreciate it.
I honestly think, brother, what you're doing is amazing. It's elevating. It's actually elevating the community into an understanding of what science actually is, and it's making a clear distinction between a clear distinction from early philosophical methodologies to now where we're at today with natural or methodological naturalism. So
Thank
I think
you.
you're doing an excellent job with making that great distinction and showing people where we can start respecting our ancestors as opposed to disrespecting them by putting labels on things that they never thought of that way.
Yeah, that's the irony of this whole thing. Pseudo has been accused of scientism, presentism, all of the isms. And at the end of the day, we weren't actually the ones engaging in that fallacious behavior, right?
Right.
Because we respect uh, the ancestors and we take our time in understanding and putting everything in its cultural context and also in its historical context, right?
Mhm.
The revisionism, the historical revisionism, and the undermining of modern science, etc. And those days are over, right? We are now at the epistemic rupture in the community where the old way, making it up, natural philosophy, the hours of doing philosophy on the established data, reinterpreting and redefining what words mean. Those days are over, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Here we are in the age of the scientific literacy age. Methodological naturalism is the foundation. There are constraints and restraints on how you engage with the natural world. And I think when a segment of the community is losing the ability to just make stuff up, you get the same kind of pushback like you get when the church was losing its authority, right?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
what we're seeing is on a smaller scale in the conscious community, history repeating itself, and we know the
Mhm.
outcome. We know the outcome of that in historical sense, right? We are always on the A side. Methodological naturalism, aka science, will always win.
Undefeated, brother.
Undefeated.
Undefeated.
So JJ, the link is in the chat. I'm waiting for you to get up here. Give me
Yeah,
five.
I'd like to see what his point of contention is.
Yeah, I'm gonna step out the way and give JJ the floor. Of course, we simply got one. Shout out to the bar reloaded. Shout out to the bar reloaded in the chat. So yeah, I'm gonna step out the way and give JJ the floor and let him do his thing. Let me shout out some people in the chat for a quick second. I see Miss Steve. I see Miss Steve. Miss Steve is one. What is going on? Don't ever forget the Black Panther herself, the Black Widow and the Black Panther, both ladies, pseudo killer, official pseudo killer army. Let's see who else is in here. I think that's shout out. Yeah, you see, I ain't got my glasses on yet. I gotta go get my glasses. Now you see the screen. my age, my age, my age is being is coming is showing here. I ain't got my glasses. I ain't got my glasses. All right, JJ said give him 5 more minutes. Kyle in the building. Silky D in the building. Let's see what. Okay, yeah. Shout out to Gary. JJ making J crazy and
I
show.
gotta set up a conversation with Silky D. I just noticed the brother, he don't never say anything on my page, but he hit the giggle button all the time. So either he finds my post funny or he actually just disagrees and just don't want to say anything. So,
Who's
I'd
that?
like to that's brother Silky D.
Oh, hmm.
Yeah, I'd like
That
to have
would
a
be
conversation with him one
that'll
day.
be an interesting conversation to have. Miss Tiff has got the popcorn ready. Yeah, we all got the popcorn ready. We want to hear what JJ is bringing to the floor today. I have no idea. Shout out to Junie. Don't forget, hit the like button on your way in. Don't forget to subscribe and like the show, share the show. Play our song. I tried to find it, but couldn't find it. King Sosa in the building. All right. JJ, you can't be late for your own show, JJ. JJ, you're late for your own show. Oh, JJ's late for his own show. Now, we made some space because JJ wanted the floor and he wanted to call out Chris MVP Harris, who's a pseudo killer official. So, yeah, we don't run from it, we run to it. That's Chris Harris's motto. So, we're allowing JJ the space to get his spill in. So, JJ, you do have to come here and get your spill in, though, bro. Yeah, got to get your spill in.
Yeah, yeah, let him get his fair shake. I
Yeah, you
I
see,
you
but
know, I
I'm
become
gonna do it. Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
was
You
gonna
got
say
it.
I become like a prophet with this thing, bro. And I hate to use that kind of title as an atheist, but man, I could just see where the direction where this is going already.
Let JJ, send me the video. Oh man, JJ, get up here, JJ. This is
Is
your
he
show.
is he having a problem with uploading it on his end or
I have no
well,
idea.
he's got to get into the stream yard though first now.
Yeah, at least you gotta get up here, JJ. Put the link in the chat one more time. Get up here.
In the meantime, brother, because something telling me to do this, because I'm on my phone right now, but I'm about to tune in right from my computer as well.
All right.
Something telling me to do this so I'm well prepared.
Oh, JJ, there are two types of people. Shout out to Fetty. We were discussing people like punctuality, and there are people that are lenient with time, and most Eurocentric or in certain countries, time costs money, and people are very 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 how you say precise with their time. I'm a stickler
Yes.
for time, right? I guess people have noticed that I put up the scheduled show. I hit that button on the scheduled time. I'm just a stickler for time that way. And so and so I like this is for me. This is nerve wracking. I'm always structured. I'm always prepared. It's not JJ show. You're absolutely right. Oh boy.
Oh man. Well, I see my brother Silky D has hit the
Oh,
panel.
Silky Diaz hit the panel. Now I'm gonna let you guys have your discussion for a minute. Let me see what's going on. Let me see if I can follow this discussion. Silky D, the one and only Silky D in the building. What's good, Silky? Silky D, come off mute. Silky, come off mute.
Yeah. Welcome to Set Talks, where we separate fact from fiction.
Silky.
Mess it up with every time. This that Set Talk, yeah, we set it straight. Cut through the noise, elevate the debate. No pseudo,
Man,
no false
JJ.
claims, just evidence
You
based.
see, I had my show ready for tonight. Took a step back to give JJ an opportunity, and this is what JJ does.
Hold up, pause. Knowledge ain't the same as methodological.
Man, oh, man.
King Sosa in the building.
Control test rare. No predictive models. You gotta be fair.
What's good? What's good, King Sosa?
What's good, man. You know, JJ got to, like Lauren Hill, man. He got to get the crowd a fever pitch, but he can't just show what's on. He's big time, baby.
Man.
Let the fever build. They're gonna let the fever build up.
JJ's like he's want to make a late entrance.
Yeah. What's up, brother Rue? Yeah, man. I'm just glad, like man, we got a good whole Saturday rocking. I'm glad that everybody kind of talking about science. I mean, I'm even though there's been some wild stuff going on, and I like the atmosphere that.
Yeah, man, I like it because the confusion ultimately brings clarity, right? And your show today, y'all check out Sosa's World on the Community of Skeptic and on the Pseudo Killers. That was a powerful show. Slow the conversation down even more and just clarify things. We've been talking about the anachronistic nature of historians in the past and how they viewed ancient cultures from a very modern lens. So this is where you get words like science, ancient science, pre-modern science, and we can see the confusion that those words have been causing in the community. But that show this afternoon, God Killer and Sosa's World, that was beautiful. That was a great show. God Killer, you got the flow.
Man, you know that goddamn Sosa set the tone on that, man. Hell, that's what he do, man. The art of the conversation, man.
Yeah, that was beautiful, man.
Mhm.
I was in class. I was literally in class because, of course, as you mature and you become more responsible, you take the reins. There is a certain level of decorum that is necessary, right? We can't be wilding out. And those days were fun, right? The pseudo killers, we here killing pseudos, but we've elevated the conversation and our role in the community has changed, right? People are looking towards us for the right and exact information. And the best way to bring that is with calm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
go. There you go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Hillman, the man himself.
Yeah, you gotta give him his introduction, man. I'm gonna go ahead and fall back, let you take it all, JJ, man. I'm sit back and watch.
Yes,
go ahead,
sir.
Jay, right here with you.
All right, JJ. Do you, ladies and gentlemen, JJ 7000, Mandinka Mali 7000 is in the building. He's here because he has some issues to settle with MVP Chris Harris. He wants to set the record straight, and your all call-outs are valid. So without any further ado, JJ, state your case. I'm going to put you on the big screen. You can do your thing.
You guys want to wait to the question.
I'll get JJ on the big screen.
Yeah, you can put me in the back, sir. Put me in the back.
I want JJ on the big screen. I want JJ on the big screen. How do I get JJ on the big screen? Y'all help me out here. Oh, JJ's not there.
Right, you can't put him on the big screen.
There you go.
No, you just gotta hover over his thing and then put me down too.
Okay.
Hover over his screen.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Loud and clear. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, we're moving everybody from the screen. I'm giving you the big screen. You do your thing.
Yeah.
Ain't move.
Mute information out. Yeah, blessed by
name is JJ7000, most feared. Sit your ass down, because I know you can't stand it. Ladies and gentlemen, all right, welcome to Pseudo Killers, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to find out today who is the real pseudo. I mean, this guy, Chris Harris, man, you've been running your mouth for years. Every time you run your mouth and then say, JJ, step up, you fall back, bro. You're a Monday morning quarterback. That's what you are. A Monday morning, hey, time to Phil Sunday, you will not find Chris Harris. So, hey, I am calling you out once again. You don't come in time, my mouth. Now, me and Uncle discussed on Hillary's platform. And to be honest, Uncle and I were having 2 days. I actually thought Uncle West was saying that the Mexicans didn't have ancient science. Come to find out, he was giving the scientists credit. He was giving the ancients credit. But Chris Harris, you are on record saying that the ancients didn't have in your mouth. Keep my name in your mouth, because guess what? You don't get in the ring with me. You just a guy. We're going to go over 13 minutes of Chris information. This is going to have to be like he did like a 4-hour show on me. This is going to have to be like a 5-part series. A 5-part series, Chris. So, Cedric, I'm going to see if my screen is shared. And then we're going to get into this, man. Remember, Chris Harris said that they did not have science. You was in trouble. Scholarship, I promise you. I promise you, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all let me know if y'all could let me know if y'all could see it. Yeah. I know. Oh, come on,
man. JJ, I just want to let you know that you're going in and out. If you can fix your mic.
Cedric, can you see my screen? Working out the kinks. Just, hey, hit that like, share, and subscribe. Because once I start going in, I'll learn. Watch this. Let me get my screen. Y'all gonna start taking me serious, man. This guy, I don't even know why y'all respect this guy as a scholar. I don't. I didn't call him in 5 lies the first 20 minutes. Here's Cedric. Sorry, go problem, y'all. Cedric, can you hear my screen? See my screen? Can you hear me? Okay. Man, come on, bro. Let's see. Let's see. Hold up. Cedric. Okay, there you go. Get my screen up there. Yeah.
The screen is showing, but your mic is going in and out, JJ. I just want to let you know your mic is going in and out. See if you can fix your mic.
Do my right. There you go. All right. Let's get to my opening. I'll just have some patience. Okay. Let me get to my opening. Let me see.
JJ, can you hear me? Mandinka Mali, can you hear me? JJ, we can't hear you. JJ, we can't hear you. Can y'all hear anything? Can y'all hear anything? If you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. Because I can't hear JJ. Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Because JJ. Oh, man. So it's JJ. JJ, I'm going to remove you from the stage. I'm going to bring you back. I'm going to kick you out, let you come back in. All right, JJ? JJ. All right. Kick JJ out. Kicked him out from the studio. I'm going to allow him to come back in. I think he's having some technical difficulties because I don't know what's going on. I can't hear JJ. In the meantime, I'm going to play a little background music.
Respect the past, but we keep it exact. Precision matters when you deal with facts. Astronomy grew, astrology split. One state in
JJ's having some technical difficulties.
Naturalistic method. Just standing of eyes, that's how we embed it. Not culture bound, not tied to a place. It's a universal tool for the human race. This guy said talks, yeah, he said it straight. Cut through the noise, elevate the debate. No pseudo talk, no foggy claims. Just gathered in space when we build these frames. Said talks, yeah, clarity first. If it ain't got method, it probably won't work. From ancient knowledge to modern science, we draw that line, that clear defiance. They blur definition, start moving the goalposts. Turn fried to a claim that don't hold close. Science ain't on, this a process refined. Independent of culture, space and time. You can't redefine it to fit identity. That's how you lose all epistemic integrity. We test every claim, we don't just believe. If it can't be verified, we don't receive. From early observers to labs today, it's rigor and doubt that paved the way. Not name dropping scholars to win a debate, but data and method that validate. So what's your ideology? That's cool to ask, but truth ain't decided by the loudest class. We question it all, no sacred ground. If it don't hold up, we break it down. This that set off, yeah, we live in direct. No fear in the facts, just intellectual respect. No more, no mirror, no fantasy, just truth, logic, and consistency. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to Set Talk, where we separate fact from fiction. Method of omit every time. This that set talk, yeah, we said it straight. Cut through the noise, elevate the debate. No pseudo talk, no foggy claims. Just evidence based when we build these frames. Set talk, yeah, clarity first. If it ain't got method, it probably won't work. From ancient knowledge to modern science, we draw that line, that clear define. They say the ancients had science. Hold up, pause. Knowledge ain't the same as methodological laws. Observation, yeah, but control tests rare. No predictive models, you gotta be fair. We respect the past, but we keep it exact. Precision matters when you deal with facts. Astronomy grew, astrology split. One stayed empirical, one lean myth. The shift came through naturalistic method. Just standing of eyes, that's how we embed it. Not culture bound, not tied to a place. It's a universal tool for the human race. This guy said talks, yeah, he said it straight. Cut through the noise, elevate the debate. No pseudo talk, no foggy claims. Just gathered in space when we build these frames. Said talks, yeah, clarity first. If it ain't got method, it probably won't work. From ancient knowledge to modern science, we draw that line, that clear defiance. They blur definition, start moving the goalposts. Turn fried to a claim that don't hold close. Science ain't on, this a process refined. Independent of culture, space and time. You can't redefine it to fit identity. That's how you lose all epistemic integrity. We test every claim, we don't just believe. If it can't be verified.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, JJ seeming to have some technical difficulties. And since I got you here in the meantime, I think I'm gonna go ahead and follow up on the build from Sosa and the God Killer this afternoon. Yes, Rich.
You hear me, yo?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Think Sosa in the bottom too.
Oh yeah, let me bring Sosa back up. Let me bring Heru back up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, while he was having trouble, just go ahead and pull us back up. That way ain't a bunch of dead air. Let JJ fix whatever you got to get fixed.
Yeah, I think JJ's gonna have to reschedule because he's seeming to have some technical difficulty. And I was already planning to do a follow up on the semantic trap and the how you say the pre and the modern and all that. Just a follow up on the show that you guys did because it was already in the planning. So I'm gonna just continue with that. I think that's very good.
Yeah, give him a little time to see if we can always just cut this part, see if we can.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I dropped the link so Chris can come up here as well.
Get it from the car.
Yeah, and when
That's pseudo killer. He's gonna get on here.
When he's sharing the screen, and when he was sharing the screen, the words was blurry too. So
yeah,
out the text. So
yeah, internet broke ship.
Yeah, with the blurring shit. Don't do that. Don't do the Robert.
Yeah, don't do the
Robert. What did Robert Green was?
If you're gonna do
Robert
a
Blur, yo,
JJ,
what's he?
you gotta be ready, bro.
Blurring shit.
What's he trying to share off of? Like some stuff ain't compatible.
Ultimate crash and burn, huh?
JJ, man, you can't come up for a fight, walk in the ring, and then knock yourself off. He's swinging a miss. He's down. One, two.
Chris hit him with the Jedi mind trick. Yo, stirred at the screen real hard. Yo, y'all crazy, yo.
Chris MVP.
Well, the thing is, I just saw the first zero punch knockout ever recorded.
Hey, but just real quick, I called Cedric and I said, "Yo, this is a blind side. When did I agree with a debate with this guy?"
Man, that's JJ, man. You don't gotta agree.
No
That's
debate.
JJ. He do his thing.
Yeah. So,
JJ, yo, you know he get to do his thing. Let him do his thing.
Yeah, we're gonna let him do his thing.
No debate.
And now watch this. Then he turns around and he says, Cedric said he told me he spoke to you. I ain't spoke to this fool, man. Some dude named
I ain't called you neither. I'm like, man, you can handle it. JJ, you know, that's JJ. He get the
some dude named Sean Humphrey called me yesterday. Sean Humphrey called me yesterday, and JJ was up there crashing out on Super Wavy's channel about Israelites being in West Africa.
Where?
So I show up. My boy's calling me like, "You agreed to debate JJ?" I said, "Man, I don't mess with no JJ. That dude's a clown to me, man. He's not respected by me. Like, no, man." So what I didn't understand is if I said that ancient Egyptians or the ancients didn't have science, why not get right to it and just show up when I said it?
I don't know why.
But let's get right to it.
Yeah.
No one ever said that they didn't have knowledge. He doesn't. I don't think he understands the difference between science and scientific. So let's see if he's willing to engage in a conversation today. Let's play the game.
JJ, get up here.
You back there?
I'm like, yeah, Miss Tiffany. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Now watch all he gonna do.
He said he wanted to respond to your response to his video, like something like that.
What response? All he did was crash out.
He said he made a video. You responded. He wanted to respond to your response.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let him get in. He gotta have a place we can go get. We can get it in. We got him.
And you know, we all familiar with these tactics.
Couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
We all familiar with JJ's tactics, man. He like to play the what do they call that? Where they make the clickbait titles.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Come on, you know what Chris here said that first I thought Unc was sitting up there saying it, but then Unc wasn't really saying it. Unc was saying this.
What was that, Jay? Yo, you something wrong. That was crazy. I thought it was Jay. Hey, y'all niggas.
Chris said that
Y'all wild dog. Nah, man.
So you want some attention? You gonna get some goddamn attention today, and I promise you, I'm gonna show you. You don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna say y'all. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this though. When I looked at the information that JJ was presenting, yo, it was pretty good, yo. He just got to get it. You know, he got to understand. He just got to get it like everybody, yo. So I don't mind. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yep.
You learn. You gotta learn.
You gotta learn.
You just want to see a Chris Harris versus JJ debate. So fuck it. Let's do it. I'll just tell you why he ain't on my fucking level at this shit.
Stop cussing. Stop cussing. Do that. All right. Well, we're gonna find out. Let him get it in.
Yeah, let's wait till he comes back. He might. You know,
I'm a
call
call
man
you.
die. We sitting there making jokes. RPJJ. They should be looking crazy.
I'm calling
you. Come back. Make sure he's still alive. He's still living. He's still with us.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I know.
JJ.
Where you at?
You're off the thing. Nobody could hear you, bro. Hit the link. Get back up here.
He was still teaching?
You see JJ? Oh my God.
He thought he was rocking?
Nothing, bro. Your screen ain't sharing. No one can hear you.
Where's he at?
I think he's still on the show. We just can't see him. He in Vizzo.
Hit the link. Get back up here.
What are you doing? What's up? What's up, Haru? What's up, yo?
Yeah, y'all next time y'all do something like this, do me a favor, call me and let me know.
Hell no. We definitely weren't gonna call you and let you know about that. Hell nah. And don't call me when JJ, don't call me. You can handle it. And let him do his thing. Shit. Come on, man. That's part of what JJ do, yo. But I tell you what's interesting though. I can't figure out how he growing and dudes around us can't grow. See, that's my confusion at this point. Why this man, can grasp certain concepts? I'm not understanding that. And people who claim to be smart don't get it. See, that's my confusion there. I'm confused. Hey, somebody help me with that.
And I'm seeing like apparently Yara not a Hebrew Israelite no more. Like he going by a different name now.
Yeah, Yara fading. I already told him he gonna fade out. I said
like,
Yara stop.
Something like Black Sage or something.
Black Sage. Yeah, he Black Sage.
He gonna study his way up out of
yeah, he got stop.
So he left the Hebrew Israelite. Well, you drop your Hebrew name.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, JJ is back. Chris MVP is here. I'm gonna remove everyone, including myself.
Wait till it's rocking. Said it. Wait till everybody,
including Chris. Get Chris out of there too.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get
JJ get his thing.
If it get crazy, pull everybody back up. That way we got a bunch of dead air.
Yeah. All right, JJ, I'm gonna give you the floor.
Let me try to share. Yeah. Right. So how long I've been off? How long I've been off, y'all? I'm thinking y'all can see me and hear me. All right, so I apologize, man. I'm up in these mountains, so we're gonna get to this. I'm gonna have to start it over. Did y'all hear anything? Put a one in the chat if you heard anything. All right. Okay, man. Damn. Y'all ain't never had technical difficulties. I mean, what the hell's wrong with y'all? Oh my God, TJ. Oh, I can't get him and cut that childish shit out, bro. Grow up. Ain't trying to hear none of that y'all saying. For real. You got to move me over. You got me on the big screen. You have to move me over so the screen can share. You understand? You have to move me over, Cedric, so my screen can share. You got me on big screen. You have to move me over, sir, so we can get to this. Okay. Cedric, you have to move me over.
JJ, I can't move you over when you're on the big screen by yourself. JJ.
JJ, I can read. Hold up. Yeah, you got to move me over so my screen.
JJ, share your screen. Go ahead. Just share your screen.
You got to move me over. Do you understand that?
JJ, share
You got to
your
move me
screen.
over to the side, then my screen can share. I can't be on the big screen. So that's what I'm telling you. It's not
JJ,
that hard. You get out the
JJ,
way. There you go.
you ready to share your screen?
There you go.
All right, I'm gonna drop.
There you go. Let me know. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Yes or no? Can you see my screen? Yes or no? Okay. Can you see my screen? Yes or no? All right. You know what? I'm just gonna read because I mean, come on, bro. So this is what we're gonna do. The false claim that we're answering, because I ain't got time for if the host can't get me on the screen, I'm gonna read it to you. All right. Now, the false claim that we're answering is simple and common. Ancients didn't. This is what this guy is saying. I don't even know why he decided to show up. Ancients did not understand science. They only learned by trial and error. This is what this guy is saying. The real theory began with the Greeks and moderns. This is what he's saying. The claim does not hold weight because the ancients left us data, standards, and engineered materials that prove they practice hypothesis, measurements, and control testing. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Before I won't be up here talking to myself. Can you put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Okay, yeah. All right. Now that's okay. So here we go. So y'all can say this dude, that, whatever. You know what? I know. Watch this. Come on, bro. So I got you. I got you. All right. Now, my opponent wants to say that this Archimedes, he was the first one to understand how a lever worked. The law of the lever, Chris Harris, force times distance, is visible in every pyramid lift, shadaf, and ore. Egyptian tomb scenes at Beni Hassan show 172 men pulling a statue while workers lever underneath, pouring water to reduce friction. Chris Harris, this is not an accident like you said. It's a manual. Oh, poor JJ. I don't know what we're talking about. Now, you don't know how to listen to whoever's saying poor JJ. I know you like to troll, but I'm going to bring you some information that's going to blow your wig back. So you do not move a 70-ton granite beam 60 meters up a Great Pyramid by guessing. Modern finite element analysis confirms stresses and settlements remained with plausible limits for Old Kingdom limestone. Chris, I hate my hairline, Harris. Meaning loads were kept below failure by design. But you know nothing about this. You want to give all the credit to the Greeks. You're Eurocentric. The builders reconciling throughput, survey, access, and structural limits. See? The claim that Archimedes invented the lever.
JJ, can I pause you for a second? JJ, can you hear me? JJ, can you hear me? The audience would like to see.
Listen, bro. The audience, I tried to share it. You didn't put me over to the side. So I'm going to read it to you. And if they want me to send it personally to them, then they'll get it. All right. Other than that, the audience is going to have to just listen. Now let's keep going. Now, you think I'm just making this up off the top of my head? No. He wrote the equation. It just was applied for 2,000 years earlier, Chris. Weights and measures that were applied physics. Ancient economics could not function without scientific methodology. Then I got Feener's Petrie examined over 4,000 Egyptian weights and identified 8 standardized systems with variations under 1% within a workshop. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read this to you, but if you want to do the debate, that's when you're going to be able to see the screen, because evidently I'm having a problem with Cedric. I told Cedric to pull me over to the side, then share my screen. We're going to keep reading away 15 minutes. K. Glanville. 1935, Royal Institution discovers, analyzed Egyptian balances and pictorial representations to infer burying and selling practices during the dynastic period. Right? Christo said that they didn't understand it. We got them on tape saying it. Mesopotamia, 160 shackle weights of 0.14 grams show ability to measure to the 10th of a gram. That's in 2000 BCE. The Hammurabi Code set depth for false weights. You only logistic precision when you have a theory of precision. Let's keep going. Y'all don't have to listen to them because I got to get this out. The equal arm balance from telearm. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Hold up. Equal arm balance from Tel El Amarna, 1370 to 1350 BC. It preserved with a beam and pans. It embodies torque, equilibrium. Chris, this is not folk craft. It's a laboratory equipment. Then he's going to say something about material science. Materials were engineered, Chris, not found. The Great Pyramid alone destroys the trial and error myth. Microstructural evidence using electron microscopy reveals microconstituents with significant silicon and calcium magnesium ratios, suggesting the pyramids were cast using granular limestone and an alkali alumni silicate binder. So we got Professor Michael Barrison's research revealed the Great Pyramids of Giza were constructed using an early form of concrete, challenging the myth that they were relied solely on cut limestone blocks. A Drexel professor discovered that pyramids were constructed using limestone-baked concrete, suggesting ancient builders could achieve construction with minimal resources. The Metropolitan Museum holds another mortar specimen from Khufu's reign, dating 2551 to 2528 BCE, showing controlled lime gypsum chemistry, Chris. Oh, but they didn't know about chemistry. They just only knew about certain things. Now they knew about chemistry. That's a science. You said the ancients didn't have science because you tried to jump on the bandwagon when you heard me going against Ankh. Let's keep going, man. See, that is 5 independent material science methods in one building selection. Blending, that's 1. Casting, that's 2. Curing, Chris, and quality control. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. So we have, and Chris said that they didn't deal with empirical data. Empirical data collection was systematic. Science requires data. Ancients recorded for centuries, but they want to take that away from them. Watch this. Babylonian astronomical diaries list nightly planetary positions for over 1,000 years. And guess what? NASA still uses them to calculate ancient eclipse. You in some trouble. You don't get up here and run your mouth like that. Now look at this. UC Davis researchers decode a 5,000-year Mesoamerican calendar revealing ancient Native American mathematical and astronomical knowledge linking to a 260-day cycle to lunar phases and solar observations. Then y'all want to say, oh, the hunter-gatherers, they didn't know anything. Well, guess what? Prehistoric mathematics involved counting and measurements, with early humans using tally marks and body parts as units. The shingle bone, right? Hunter-gatherers did the same thing without writing. Carl Sagan, this is one of my sources, look him up, argued that the ancient hunter-gatherers practiced science through observation and data analysis, citing the Coon Sands tracking skills and the Kalahari Desert forensic techniques. This is something you don't know about because you'll never hear nobody talking about it. 7,000 gonna bring it out. And if you ever debate, you're gonna be in some trouble. You're a money quarterback. The study examines spatial cognition in Hasda and Twa hunters-gatherers. I'm not taking it to the Twa, finding no evidence of gender differences in Eleusinian tasks despite mobile lifestyles. The study compares Hasda hunter-gatherers to social spatial behaviors with olive baboons, revealing Hasda diverse knowledge, pool, and cognitive abilities for spatial navigation and communication. This study explores how collective and information flow in hunter-gatherer societies create regularities linking brain networks and desensitized knowledge systems. So the methodology is not ancient. Not an accident. Trial and error produces variation. Science produces standardization. We find 4 rock types in the Great Pyramid chosen for function, with weathering rates of only 0.1% volume annually. Roman concretes use 10% less binder at lower temperatures, than modern Portland cement, yet lasting 2,000 years. Chinese, this is material science. Chinese sticky rice mortar, which measures 3%, increasing tensile strength to 30%. So this requires, Chris, a hypothesis. This mix will set underwater. A controlled variable. You know what that is? Change line to keep ash constant. They also did with measurement, strength, to set time. You know what they did? They recorded it on tablets. Replication across site. They replicated hypothesis, control variables, measurements. They recorded it, and then there's replication. They did it over and over. This is science. This is exactly the methodology taught in materials science today. We got up here and lie. So why this false claim fails, Chris? The claim that they didn't understand rests on 3 errors. First, it confused writing equations with understanding principles. Egyptians did not write F equal MA, but they built structures where FEA shows stresses stayed within safe limits. So you're not going to take the material science from them. They understood the principle. Let's go to number 2. Second, it assumes science needs laboratory. This is what these guys run around and tell you, you need a laboratory, man. Their laboratory was the Nile flood, the quarry, the hunt. Data collected over centuries is more rigorous than a semester's project. Third, it ignores continuity. Our SI kilogram traces to the Egyptian royal cubic volume of water. Our concrete research rediscovers Rome line class. Our tracking algorithms copy conformistic methods. Nothing is assigned from the ancients. He wants to give it to the Eurocentrics. But nothing is new under the sun. They observed, they measured, they did testing, they recorded it, and they taught. Is human not modern? With the weights, the microscopy, the self-healing concrete, the star diaries, and the hunter-gatherers tracking data, you have brought out today, the burden of proof shifts. See? It's on you, Chris, to prove this wrong. It is no longer on the ancients to prove that they were scientific. It is up to you, Chris, to prove that they wasn't. It is on the skeptic to explain how trial and error produced standardized system that lasted 3 millennia and still inform MIT labs in 2026. Let's keep going. Man. Let me get to the top. That was my opening. Let's keep going now. I sat back and watched them for 20 minutes. I couldn't take no more. So we had 20 minutes of lies that we're going to debunk. Okay? That's what we're going to do. Let me get to it. Hold on. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. Because we got a lot to do here. Let me get back to the hunter-gatherers. Let's start with the hunter-gatherers, y'all. Let's gather some credit, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So hunter-gatherers' scientific theory proves nothing is new under the sun. And I got the highly accredited sources. See? So here's 20 examples of, I'll read the sources here in a minute. Hold up. That's the sources. Hold up. Let's go. Hold up. So there, let me give you this. Okay. So when we look at the hunter-gatherers, because y'all want to say that they were primitive, they didn't know anything about science. Hunter-gatherers were not pre-scientific. Carl Sagan called them scientists because they use observation, hypotheses, testings, and data transmission without writing, right? Mathematics and counting. We all know that math is a formal science. Tally sticks, the Ishango bone. That's 20,000 BCE. The Congo shows a prime number and lunar counts. Prehistoric mathematics involved counting and measurements with early humans using tally marks and body parts as units. Body part counting. That's in New Guinea. Groups about 27 body points at base systems. The Lubombo bone, 44,000 BCE. 29 notches matching the lunar cycle. Let's go to astronomy. Oh, they didn't understand. They were just primitive. Shumus rock art alignments. Bureau flats, California sunrise, sunset, solstice marks, linked to ceremonial practices. Aboriginal dark constellations, that's the Emu and Milky Way used to time egg harvest. The Coon Sand Star Lore. Did I know some of y'all ain't never heard of this? They track seasons, but by rising the Saigon citation. Mesoamerica, 260-day calendar. UC Davis researchers decode 5,000-year calendars linking to lunar phases and solar observation. How about physics and tracking? Kong tracking as a forensic science. As a forensic science. They had that back then. Sagan argued ancient hunter-gatherers practiced science through observation data analysis, citing the Kong science tracking skills and the Kalahari Desert forensic techniques. How about pressure release tracking, Chris? You know anything about this? I think not. I identified animal speed, weight, injury from footprint deformation, ballistics. The Australian Aboriginal spear throwers increased velocity 3 times using lever principles. Spatial cognition. You know anything about that? I ain't never heard you talk about it. You just jumped in the party. You ain't never taught about it. You don't even hear you teaching anything. All you do is Monday morning quarterback. Hasta and the Twa spatial ability. Santa Fe Institute study finds no gender difference in these tasks despite mobile lifestyles challenging gathering hypothesis. 3-dimensional circle configurations. Professor Richard Gould used circle patterns to track hunter-gatherers movement in Australia. Okay, let's go to ecology and botany. Because he said these people didn't know nothing about it. This is science what they're using. And then I'm going to get to the more up-to-date one. I'm just taking you back. Because they had seasonal calendars, the Ulingu 6-season systems based on plant flowering, wind, and stars. You ain't never heard no Ulingu? I know you ain't. I ain't never heard you talk about it. Toxic plant detoxification. That's science, sir. Australian nuts leach for days to remove toxins. You think they just did this by chance? This is archaeological residue analysis. You see, you're going to learn today. Social computation, collective computation, hunter-gatherer brands of 16 people from largest collective brains, enabling fission, fusion, and dynamics. Let's go to the medicine. Bush medicine. Sand people use Hoodia for appetite suppression. Now study for obesity drugs today. Wound treatment. The Amazonian group use plant antibiotics, antibacterial activity, antipharmacology. So key sources in the site, Carl Sagan, 1980, the Big Think article, while Carl Sagan said ancient hunter-gatherers were scientists. Go look it up. Santa Fe Institute, Spatial Ability in Hunters-Gatherers, 2023. UC Davis Psychic org. Researchers find ancient science and math are timely. Mesoamerican calendar. These are my sources, but let's keep going because I got a lot. Let's keep going. I'm gonna show you what else he said. Let's keep going. Hold up. Hope y'all writing some of this down. Let's keep going. Then we're gonna play him trying to debunk me. The first 15 minutes, full of lies. Let's see, what is this? Okay, yeah. Let's keep going. I'm gonna get to the top. Hold up. I wish I could show this. Okay. So Chris it said that math is just abstract thinking. This is what he said. He said math is just abstract thinking. Calling math just abstract thinking misses what made the pyramids, the wonders of modern technology possible. Math is 3 things at once, and only one of them is abstract. Math as a physical tool. This is the oldest use. It just didn't prove that the Pythagorean theorem on papyrus first. They use a knotted rope to make 3, 4, 5 triangle to square a field after the Nile flood. The math was embodied in rope, water levels, amps, and stone. Without the applied geometry, Chris, the Great Pyramid base would not be level within 2 centimeters across 230 meters. Did you hear what I said? Mathematics and architecture are interconnected through geometry, spatial design, and aesthetic principles. From ancient Egyptian to modern agriculture, mathematical concepts like proportion, have shape, building layout. What he say? What he says is, what he say math is, Chris? You didn't know nothing about that, did you, sir? It's just abstract thinking. Y'all gonna hear him say it, or we're gonna replay the 15 minutes of him running his mouth. So, math as a physical tool, right? We went over that. Now, math as a predictive model. Babylonian priests didn't do astronomy for philosophy. They calculated Jupiter motion with trapezoids to predict when the god would appear, because the king needed to know when to plant and when to go to war. Their math let them see the future eclipse, floods, and harvests. Ancient civilizations like the Egyptians, Mayans, and Greeks used math to build pyramids, track celestial events, and develop advanced systems. But Chris said that is just abstract. This is not abstraction. This is a survival engineering. Math as abstract reasoning. This is the Greek contribution. The illicit taking Egyptian survey, they took Egyptian survey rules and asking, why must this always be true? He turned practical receipts into axioms and theorems. That abstraction is powerful because it lets you transfer knowledge from pyramids to planetary orbits without rebuilding each time. But abstraction without the first two is empty. The Greeks could abstract because of who? Egyptians and Babylonians had already done it, Chris. 2,000 years of physical testing. The rope structure proved the triangle works. Elucid proved that it must work everywhere. So math is what, y'all? A craft, how to lift 80 tons, a science, how to predict an eclipse, and a language, how to prove it will always work. Reduce it to what? This abstract thinking, Chris? And you erase the workers who built the wonders, the priests who tracked the stars. If you just want to say it's just abstract thinking, guys. And the reason math was invented in the first place to build, to feed, and navigate the real world. Let's keep going, man. I don't even want to know where y'all find this guy. How y'all make him a pseudo killer? They let anybody be a pseudo killer nowadays. Okay, I mean, what the hell's going on? Hold on, let me get Susan Bar. The Greeks. So look at this. So he want to put the Greeks. He want to put the Greeks as one of the first and all that. When he put his article, he went straight to the Greeks because he said the Africans didn't have science. Y'all know that the Greeks studied in the Mesopotamia as well as Egypt? I ain't never heard nobody talk about it, but you're going to hear it today. After Alexander conquered Babylonia in 331 BCE, Greek scholars had direct access to Chaldean temples, libraries that were already 2,000 years old. Key Mesopotamian temple schools and the Greeks who studied there. See, here goes some of the Greeks that studied there, y'all. Esagila temple in Babylon. That's the temple of Marduk. The Greeks were already up there trying to get information. Home of the Chaldean astronomer priests. They kept continuous astronomical diaries for 800 years. Greeks who studied the Hipparchus, 2nd century BC, used Babylonian eclipse records. Apollonius of Perga. This is some of Chris heroes. He got them on the wall, y'all. And later, Ptolemy integrated Babylonian data into their geometrical models. The Hellenistic thinkers like Apollonius of Perga and Hipparchus integrated who? What? Babylonian astronomical data to their geometrical models. Okay, here go another temple. The Temple of Complex in Uruk, Center for Mathematics and Predictive Planetary Tables, 400 to 50 BCE. See, the Greek solutions there, Greek astronomers work alongside Chaldeans at Uruk, copying their information. Let's keep going, man. Let's keep going. Here you go. You got these Greeks. Let's get to the 7 wonders. Let's get to that. Now, scientific historians agree none of the 7 wonders could exist without. Now I'm going to bring you the formal mathematics. The list itself was compiled by Greek scholars in the Hellenistic period. Now I'm going to give the indigenous credit. He did tell me about formal mathematics. If you're in the audience, I do give you credit. I hold the phone for you 10 to 12 hours, and you still want to turn on me, sir? I brung out material science. You brung out the formal. So you need to stop all this. The list itself was compiled by Greek scholars. Remember, Chris said that math wasn't science. The list itself compiled by Greek scholars in the Hellenistic period and they chose structures that demonstrate mathematical mastery, right? 7 wonders are the Great Pyramid of Giza, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, the statue of Zeus at Olympia, Temple of Artemis, the Mausoleum at Halicarnassus, the Colossus of Rhodes, and the Lighthouse of Alexander, right? So the Great Pyramid of Giza, true north alignment. This is science, y'all. Error, 0.6 degrees, using Marquette astronomy and geometry. Slope angle, 51 degrees to 50 to 40. Maintain across 230-meter base using saccade. That's run. If you don't know what saccade is, that's run rise ratio. This is science. The pi approximation, Chris, the perimeter, the height equals 2 TT. Initial or emergent from wheel-based measurement. This is science. Volume calculation. 2.6 million M3 planned using pyramid volume formula known from Moscow papyrus. Leveling. Water-filled trenches to achieve horizontal base within 2 centimeters. Mathematics and architecture are interconnected through geometry, spatial design, and aesthetic principles. That's AESTHETIC. From ancient Egyptian to modern agriculture, mathematical concepts like proportion have shaped building layouts. Let's go to the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Right? So they had load distribution, step terraces calculated to support soil weight. Oh, they just did this by chance. The hydraulic gradient. Well, let's go from the material science, man. That's enough of that, man. All this he's saying that it ain't true. Don't keep going, dog. You know.
JJ.
So I'm gonna explain to you what axioms and derived theorems are. Okay, so we got to know what this is. Axiom and theorems are the skeleton of any formal science, including geometry. Axiom, a starting assumption you accept as true without proof. You choose it because it's obvious, useful, or defines the system you want to study. Now, Kai, I know you. I ain't even got to see you. I know you're in there trolling.
So JJ, I don't want to break your bill, JJ. But you got Chris in the back here, and I think you made your case.
Yeah, so he got to do his own thing. He got to come up and I remember he did a whole show trying to debunk me. I'm showing all this that he said, and then we're gonna play the 15 minutes of him lying. Then he can do his own thing. He can come back and try to debunk what I said. He's not going to come in here and try to, let me share the screen. You already did your sharing, and you're lying. So I'm showing you this, because this is all the information I collected when I watched the first 15 minutes of
right here. You can confront him and clear this stuff up. Like it's your.
Cedric, I'm confronting him now with the shit that what he said, Cedric. Please fall back. When I let you do shows on my.
He's front here confronting.
I'm confronting him by reading him what he did wrong.
No, okay? you're doing readumship and you're strawmanning him. You're confronting him. He's right here.
Okay, how about this? Let's play what. How about this? Let's play what he said in his rebuttal to my information. Yeah, can we do that? You want to do that? So why are you lying? So here are cultures that develop advanced theoretical. He said this too. Listen, Cedric, I need to get this out, bro. I paid money for this, please. Now, he also said that there was no such thing as theoretical knowledge before classic Greece. This is what he said. So here are cultures that developed advanced theoretical knowledge before classical Greece in the 5th century BC. See? Which they theorized. Chris is on the record saying this. So I gave you this information first. So when we go back and watch the 20 minutes of him lying, you're going to be like, oh, he said that, but Jay just disproved that. So he said that there was no advanced theoretical knowledge before classical Greece. Just hold it back. He already did his turn. It's my turn to respond to what he said. Come on, bro. He had his turn. Now I'm gonna after I get my information out, I want him to write this stuff down and then try to debunk it. I didn't get a chance to come on there when he was trying to debunk me. So the sexagesimal place, value systems, and algebra. Old Babylonian tablets, 2000 to 6000 BC, solve quadratic equations, but I'm just readership. This is information that he said. I'm showing you that they had theoretical knowledge, but he said they didn't. The predicted planetary astronomy using architectural models. The geographic calculation of Jupiter motion using trapezoids, a method 14,000 years before European calculus. What did he need to rush for? This is all the stuff that he said they didn't have. I got to go over this because he said it. The hell he need to rush back up here and lie again for? No, we're going to keep it going. He need to be writing it down and say, hey, no, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. That's what he need to do. We don't need to hear no more from him until I get done. Because I'm rebutting everything that he said. So what? So look. Geometric calculation of Jupiter motion using trapezoids, a method 14,000 years before European calculus. Babylonian astronomers used a geometric trapezoid method to calculate Jupiter's distance. The zodiac and ecliptic coordinate system, later adopted by Greeks. I got to rush now because he came up here. He wouldn't have let me on there to let me debunk him. So I'm responding to what he said to me. Now, if he want to set up a debate, we can do that. But other than that, he need to get out the way. Ancient Egypt, 3150 to 332 BCE. Because he said they didn't have theory. So the rational trauma theory in Edwin Smith Papyrus, that's brain, Meneges, CSF, and contralateral polarisis. That's theoretical. The geometric theory surviving the systematic pharmaceutical theory in the Ebers Papyrus. I'm debunking what he's saying. The hell they need to rush for? Just listen, write it down. Look, he also said standardized weights and measures based on binary and decimal theory. That's theory. The early dentistry theory. They had that. They drilled molars and found at McGirth. They had this. How about China, Chris? He said they didn't have theoretical theory. I'm showing him this. So what's the big rush? What's the big rush? When we go back and play this 15 minutes, he's saying they didn't have none of this. This is why I'm setting this up first. So when we go back and hear him lie, I don't have to come to this. I'm getting out early. This is what this man is up here saying. Theoretical astronomy, recording supernova, comets, and solar eclipse by 1300 BCE. The mathematical theory. He said they didn't have theories in a 9-chapter system in linear equations, negative numbers, and early matrix methods. See? Here's another theory for you, Chris. 5-element theory as a systematic natural philosophy. They did it in the Persian. Administrative theory for empire, wide taxation, and communication. But these cultures had theory because they had long-term institutions, temple schools, palace archives that allowed observation to accumulate into general practices, principles. Greece inherited this base conquest and travel, especially in Egypt and Babylon. Now, he don't need to jump up here yet. I didn't jump up there when he was trying to tear me down with my information. So he needs to sit back and listen and be patient and write down what I'm saying and debunk it. Because everything he said, I'm debunking it. He said it didn't have theory. He said that material science wasn't science. He said that math wasn't science. This is what this guy is saying. So we're going to, after I read this stuff, we're going to go back and play what he said. Nothing to come up here and mess nothing up. You wait your turn. Especially in Egypt and Babylon, and then formalize it into a deductive style we now call Greek philosophy. We already had this. Let's keep going. The hell are you rushing for? Now, so here are cultures that develop advanced theoretical knowledge before classical Greek. I told you, Mesopotamia, predictive planetary astronomy using their methods, geometric calculation on Jupiter, the zodiac signs. I read that. Okay, let's keep going. I only got it for a little bit more. Then we're going to play his stuff. Okay. So theoretical knowledge, which he said they didn't have, is understanding why something works, not just how to do it. So and it is 3 parts. Principle. Write this stuff down. Don't just try to rush JJ because it's JJ. Principles, general laws or models that explain class phenomena. So usually is that readership when you do it? It's only readership when JJ do it, y'all. Examples: Egyptian principle that a head injury on one side causes to be paralyzed on the opposite side. See? Abstraction. They use abstraction, principles, and prediction. But Chris think only the Greeks started this. They learned upon it, the Egyptians. No, man, you're not gonna take this away. I've been waiting for this. Abstraction, moving from specific cases to general concept, which I need a picture. What's wrong with your 2 ears? Example, Egyptians abstracting. You can go back and slow it down and look it up. Ain't my fault we got a technical problem, but you just listen. You read, then you learn in school. When the teacher was in front of you with the book, you didn't have, and reading the story to you, you didn't have the book. She had it for herself. He was listening. Egyptians abstracting 48 head wound cases into categories of treatable, contendable, and untreatable. Yeah, that's abstraction. Prediction, using the principle to predict outcomes in new situations. Example, Egyptian physicians predicting that immobilizing a spinal injury would improve survival. See, this is different from practical knowledge, a recipe, or a craft skill, knowing how to structure. Theoretical knowledge lets you teach, test, and improve the practice because you understand the underlying system. But he said they didn't have it. The Edwin Smith Papyrus shows the theoretical knowledge because it doesn't just list remedies. It describes brain anatomy, explains the relationship between injury location and symptoms, and provides a diagnostic framework that can be applied to new patients. That is theory, and it existed for thousands of years before your Greek medical text. Trust me, when I get done reading, we're going to show him trying to debunk my information. I'm catching them in lies. Don't try to save them. Let's keep going. Don't keep going. Let's keep going. Look at this. Listen to this. How about this? I got a lot for you, sir. Now, so we're going to let's stay with the theoretical knowledge because remember, he said they didn't have it. We got to stick to what he said. Huh? Theoretical knowledge predates Greek theory. Here, with the sources that's documented. Medicine theory, brain organ function. Edwin Smith describes meaning. Contralateral motor control, left brain injury equal right to be paralyzed. Spinal cord theory. Chris said they didn't have theory. That's a vertebral crush impaired sensation. You want to take this away from the ancients? Now, this stuff is old. 3-tier prognosis system: treat, contend, untreatable. Wound infection theory. Use of honey as an anesthetic. Anatomy from mummification, systematic organ knowledge. See? Pharmacological theory, 877 prescriptions in Ebers. Pulse theory, connection to heart. Surgical theory, closer principle. Source, the Edwin Smith Papyrus. First known description of the cranial structures, the external surface of the brain. See? The intracranial pulsations and knowledge surpassed that of the Hippocrates, who lived 1,000 years later. The mathematical theory. Remember, he said they ain't got theory. They didn't understand it to the Greek. The unit fraction theory. That's the Rhind Papyrus. The area of circle theory, 256/81 approximation. The volume of the pyramid theory, Moscow Papyrus. Volume of the truncated pyramid theory. The binary multiplication theory. Y'all get the picture. They had theory, which he lied. You can go to astronomy. The Sirius helical rising theory, basis for your 360-day year. The Deacon star theory, 36 groups. Star clock theory, night hours. Equinox observation theory. Do y'all get the picture? He's lying. Say they didn't have picture. We got to play it. I want to play it after I get done reading. We're going to put the video on, and we're going to listen to him live for 15 minutes. Now, let's keep going. I don't save him. He didn't let me up there. Let's go. This is what you said, sir. Trying to be a hater because I went on Killer Priest. I mean, you was out the way. You don't want nobody thinking about you. You want to jump in the fight. Okay, hold up. Oh, man. Let's read this. All right, this right here. Okay. Okay. So Egypt as Greece's daddy. 5,000-year head start in science. Yeah, he said the ancients didn't have science. This is what Chris said. Now, I'll kind of change his position, but Chris is on the record as saying they didn't. The claim is simple, and the evidence is overwhelming. Greeks did not invent rational medicine, geometry, astronomy, engineering, or philosophies. Greece learned from Egypt, copied their methods, and then wrote them down in Greek. Let's keep going. They form a complete curriculum that existed in Egypt for 2 millennia before any Greek city had a library. See? No, man, you got some explaining to do. You can do it. Like I say, if you ain't trying to set up a debate, then ain't nobody answering no question. I'm answering what you said because we got to play that. We got to play you lying. The foundation is the Edwin Smith Papyrus. It is the oldest known surgical treatise of trauma, describing 48 cases of injuries, fractures, wound, dislocation, and tumors. It presents a rational and scientific approach to medicine in ancient Egypt and avoids prescribing magic. Say that again. It avoids prescribing magic. The copy dates to 1600 BCE, but the language proves it copies Old Kingdom originals 2500 BCE. Inside the text is the first science of the brain. Let me say that again. This fool, this guy is up here saying they didn't have science until the Greeks. You're some trouble. Inside this text is the first science of the brain. It contains the first known description of the cranial structure, the meaning of the external surface of the brain. What the hell going on? The cerebral spinal fluid. They understood this. You want to just try to make them as primitive? And the intracranial pulsations. It records that the head wound on the left paralyzes the right side, and that the spinal crushing impairs movement and sensation. Modern translators state that this level of knowledge of medicine surpassed that of the Hippocratic, whatever they call it, the Hippocratic Oath or the Hippocrates, who lived thousands of years later. But he loved them guys. And the documented rationale for diagnosis and treatment of spinal injuries can be regarded as the state-of-the-art reasoning for modern clinical practice. That single sentence destroys the myth. You hear me? Destroys the myth of Greek originality. Instead of y'all trolling the audience, pay attention to the information. Grow up. The Hippocrates is called the father of medicine. They call him the father of medicine. Yet Egyptian physicians were performing a systematic neurological exams. Guess what, y'all? Thousands of years before he was even born. They got y'all food. They ain't got me food. So how did they do it? See, this papyrus lays out the method, the objective examining use for visual, olfactory, palpation, and post-diagnosis, prognosis in 3 categories. What's the 3 categories? Treat, contend, do not treat. Then treatment with suitors, honey splints, and immobilization. This is not magic. See, a lot of guys go, we don't really deal with them because they were dealing with their gods. They built the pyramid. It wasn't because they said that God built it. They built it for a reason to worship and practice. This is the scientific applied to trauma, repeated across 48 standardized cases. No scientific method, and scientific and science is different. I'm gonna show you that that's not either. You lied. So where did this knowledge come from? From mummification and from war. Egyptians removed brains through the nose for 2,000 years. They saw meaningful, They saw I can't pronounce that, meninges and fluid. They treated soldiers with head wounds from copper weapons. They recorded that work. The result was a textbook. Now look at the Greek. The standardization history amidst Egyptian medical thought influenced later traditions, including the Greeks. Herodotus visited Egypt 440 BC and wrote extensively on their medicine. He want to give it to them. They want to give it to him, Hippocrates, the father of medicine. That's a damn lie. Hippocrates and later Gallians studied at the temple of Amenhotep. How dare you give this to them? You're a coon. And acknowledge the contribution of ancient Egyptian medicine and Greek medicine. Tayo, if you're in there agreeing with him, you're a coon too. This is not a fringe claim. This is not a fringe claim. Let me cook. That is the history of medicine. The Greeks went to Egypt to study because Egypt had schools, libraries, and 3,000 years of records. Greek had old poets. Oh my God. Look at this, y'all. The pattern repeats across every field. Y'all hear me? Every field, this pattern repeats itself in mathematics. The Rhine, and Moscow papyri shows Egyptian calculation areas, values, and using unit fractions. in the 345 triangle, as I talked about earlier, for surveying after Nile floods. Greek historians say that Thales learned from geometry from who? Egypt. Pythagoras is said to have spent 22 years in Egyptian temples, but they want to give it to them. What the hell's wrong with these guys? Who sent you? The theorem attributed to him appears in Egyptian rope stretcher. I told you about that earlier. Practiced 1,000 years early in astronomy. Egyptians tracked Sirius to create a 365 calendar and used 36 deacon stars to divide the night. They built a Marquette to align temples to true north. Oh, well, the Greeks were the first. Well, you shut up. Greeks who visited Heliopolis learned these methods and brought them home. See what I'm saying? Let's go to engineering. Oh, engineering is not having anything to do with science. Shut up. In engineering, Egyptians quarried, moved, and lifted 2.3 million stones to build the Great Pyramid with tolerance of less than an inch. In 2580 BC, they built canals, harbors, obelisks, and shaddafs. When Greeks later built temples, they used Egyptians. What they use? Egyptian column proportions. Wait a minute, man. I thought the Greeks started all this. Then you are sadly mistaken, sir. You don't get up here in front of us and say this nonsense, and then the audience cheerleading for you while you're up here lying. That's why I had to do this. Egyptian quarrying methods and Egyptian tools. The Pharaoh's lighthouse in Alexandria, one of the 7 wonders, was built by Greeks in Egypt using what? Egyptian engineers. Let's go to chemistry. Huh? In chemistry, Egyptians made glass, faience, Egyptian blue pigment, as indigenous black man brung out. He brung that out a week and a half ago. The inks and complex pharmacopoeia with over 160 plant drugs, honey anesthetics, and castor oil. The Ebers Papyrus lists 877 prescriptions. And these Greek pharmaceuticals began at the contact with Egypt. Well, I thought they were the first one to start something. That was what the white man told me. Well, you got tricked. Now look at that. Egyptians had centralized state taxation by serving standard wage. Remember, Chris said that they ain't nothing about this. I'm gonna let y'all hear it. In temple libraries that preserved texts for millennia. The Library of Alexander, the greatest Greek library, which I don't really think that's real, but was built in Egypt, staffed by Greeks who read Egyptian papyri. So, man, these items are not random. They are complete systems. You can't take that away from them. These are complete systems, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to the Lions Den, Sister Karima. Shout out to Black Jesus Minister, Ball in the crowd. Shout out to my wife, Jenny Hayes, and the rest of the team in the Lions Den. Shout out to Uncle West and the Pseudo Killers and Killer Priest and everybody else. You know, look at this. There are complete systems. He ain't going to tell you that. He going to continue to perpetuate his lie. These are complete systems using observation. Isn't that part of science? Recording. I thought that was part of it too. Testing. Ain't that part of it, Chris? Teaching, preserving. Egypt invented the systems. Guess who inherited it, Chris? The Greeks. Let me say it again. Egypt invented the system. That method of science. Greek inherited. Why does this matter? Because the narrative of a Greek miracle erases what, y'all? The African foundation of Western science. It pretends that rational thought sprang fully from Athens. Oh, they didn't have rational thought until the Greeks. And how slow can you be when you know they sat in their temples? The Greeks sat in the Egyptian temples. Make it make sense. The papyri prove otherwise. Rational medicine existed in Egypt when Greece was in the Bronze Age. A systematic anatomy existed in Egypt when Greeks still believed disease was a divine punishment. Let me say that again. A systematic anatomy existed in Egypt when, guess what? Your Greek heroes still believed disease was a divine punishment. Let's keep going. The Egyptians were not perfect. They mixed magic with medicine in some texts, but the Edward Smith papyrus proved that they could separate the two when dealing with trauma. They chose observation over incarnation. The choice is the birth of science. 7,000 cook. They chose observation over incantation. That choice, Chris Harris, Chris, I hate my hairline Harris. That choice is the birth of science. You want to sit up here and give it to the Greeks. Everybody knows that they studied in their temples. How could you even get up here and lie? The Greeks were brilliant students. They translated, systemized, and philosophized Egyptian knowledge. They deserve credit for preservation and spread, but they were students, not the fathers. The fathers was Egypt. The evidence is in the dates. Imhotep practiced rational medicine in 2650 BCE. Cook 7000. Hippocrates practiced in 400 BCE. That is a 2,250 year gap. The Edwin Smith Papyrus describes the brain in 1600 BC. The Alcmedian of Croton, the first Greek to mention the brain, is in 500 BCE, y'all. And this guy want to get in front of us. Yeah, guys, you know, come on, bro. Stop it. Just because you talk like that don't make it right. I'm a people's champ. I connect with the people. I don't have to say 18-syllable words to sound smarter than everybody else. That's just your trick. Now, this is a 1,100-year gap. The Great Pyramid was built 2,580 BCE. The Pantheon was built 447 BC. You know how much of a gap that is? Take off your shoes and socks, Chris Harris, and count. That is a 2,133-year gap. A culture that's 2 millennia ahead and not peer. It is a parent. Yeah, let's keep going, man. Let's keep going. I'm almost done. Hold on. He said some more nonsense. Y'all. We got to shut it down. Okay. All right, hold on. Yeah. Let's get you some of this. Sir. Yeah. All right. Okay, so I went over that. Okay, sundials. It's so much. 30 more documented Egyptians precedents that Greek author later studied. Okay, this is what the Greeks studied for under the Egyptians. Okay, we got the sundials. You got the Sothic cycle. You got deacon stars, lunar calendar corrections, unit fractions, and the ring papyrus methods. Y'all get the picture. Let's keep going. Let me get you some more. Let's keep going so we can show this. I know it hurt. Oh, but JJ saying it, so it might not be right. Just shut up. Let's keep going. You look Greeks in there. Scientific method. Okay, hold on. Yeah, remember he said that they didn't have it, right? Okay, let's talk about the brain. All right. See, I'm gonna give you some brain stuff. All right. Okay. So sources of the Egyptian brain surgery, and Greeks didn't know nothing about it until they learned from Egypt. Give us the science that Egyptians used and their testing methods to perfect brain surgery. See, I'm gonna give you that. The primary source of evidence papyrus, the oldest known surgical treatise of trauma, described 48 cases of injuries. What makes it scientific, Chris, is that it presents a rational and scientific approach to medicine in ancient Egypt and avoids prescribing magic. The copy we have dates 1600 BC, but the language shows it is copied from the Old Kingdom. The first known description. Okay, I read that. Hold up. So we got that out the way. Okay. Primary sources. Hold up. I want to get to. Oh yeah. Hold up. Let's go. Hold up. I got some more. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is very important, y'all. Let's get because he. Okay. Yeah. Now he didn't get up here and talk about a catapult. I said, what the hell? He said the catapult is a simple machine. The catapult is a simple machine that turns stored energy into projectile motion. Every type, from a Greek torsion engine to a classroom popsicle stick launcher, uses the same physics. This is physics, right? Energy storage. A catapult does not create energy; it stores it. He said that some old Greek guy could read it. Tension catapults bend a wooden arm or stretch a rubber band. The work you do pulling back becomes elastic potential energy. Torsion catapults twist ropes or sinew. The twisted fibers store rotational elastic energy. The counterweight lifts a heavy mass. The work of lifting becomes gravitational potential energy. Science buddies describe this directly. A simple catapult helps students to see how energy can be stored. Energy releases and levers. Okay, when you release the arm, the stored energy converts to kinetic energy of the arm and projectile. All right, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna get to something else. But he said that they started, so we're gonna get into that. Oh yeah. Here goes something else that y'all need to hear. Here goes something right here. Okay. Now, the first step towards a theory of chemical reaction was taken by George Ernest Stahl in 1697 when he proposed this theory, which is based on the following observations. Okay. The method Stahl used, Purdue University General Chemistry History, summarized the steps exactly as Stahl took in 1687. Observation: metals have many properties in common. This is material. This is more material science that he said they didn't know nothing about. Metals often produce a calyx when heated. A calyx is a crumbly residue left after roasting. After roasting, these calyx are not as dense as metals. Some calyx form metals when heated with charcoal. Generalization and hypothesis from those regulators. Stahl concluded that it is given off. Phlogiston is given off. That's phlogiston is given off whenever something burns. Wood, and the ancients understood this, y'all. Wood and charcoals are rich in phlogiston because they leave little ash. Metals from the calyx by giving off the phlogiston metal. It's a calx plus phlogiston. Metals can be made by adding phlogiston to the calyx. Calyx plus phlogiston equal metal. This is induction. Y'all hear me? Look at this, y'all. This is induction from repeated observation to a unifying principle, followed by deduction of testable consequences. See? Wikipedia entry of phlogiston confirms the aim. Phlogiston theory attempted to explain chemical processes such as combustion and rusting, now collectively known as oxidation. It was proposed first by Beecher in 1669 and formalized by Stahl in 1687. So what is the methodological? All right, let's get to this. Let's get to methodological naturalism. This is what y'all gonna really love. Let's get to this. Methodological naturalism in the working rule that scientific explanations appeal only to natural causes that can be observed, measured, and tested without invoking supernatural agents. The Standard Encyclopedia traces this stance to be early modern rejection of occult. All right. So he hypothesized phlogiston as a material substance, not a spirit. He described it as transferable, present in soot and charcoal, and able to be added to caulks. He derived predictions that could be checked in the furnace. Heat caulks and charcoal get metal back. He treated anomalies like metal graining weights as problem solved by refining the natural model, not by appealing to miracles. Later followers even proposed that the phlogiston had negative weight to preserve the naturalistic framework. This is, watch this. This is precisely methodological naturalism, to even if the entity later proves wrong. It was a role, it led the theory was remarkable at universal phenomena. That is eventual failure to weight measurements, not a is the core systematic and methodological naturalism. All right, I'm gonna get
He never showed it.
This was Dr. Yeah, hold up.
And his way of debating is
yeah, there we go.
Say
Okay. Okay. JJ seems to have fell off. Okay. Wow. What can I say? Yeah. What can I say? Y'all are back up on the stage, by the way. Oh boy. Oh man. Oh man. That was interesting. I'm still yeah, I'm at a loss for words.
Yeah, did he drop the mic and run? Like drop the mic, game over? What happened?
I don't know really, because I'm still trying to
Say it.
go ahead. Avery.
You
Avery, you got the floor. Go ahead.
you made it through that brother.
Uh, 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 I am still trying to get my bearings, honestly. So, y'all bear with me a second. Sosa, say something inspiring and intellectual right now, please.
Yeah, man, y'all just bear with us. Another JJ
Can you hear me, brother?
7700 production. The views expressed by JD700 are not necessarily reflect the views of the Sula Killer. Yeah, man, but I hope y'all like it. Good show, you know what I'm saying? It's entertaining. Some people probably gonna love it, you know what I'm saying? The Egyptian science part of it. And yeah, man, hopefully we can get them back up here to cap this off. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where we're
Oh boy. Y'all know I can talk for hours. My show is called Sad Talks, but I am at a loss for words right now, honestly. Yeah. Somebody say something inspiring.
Yeah, what you
Chris,
think, yeah?
I'm gonna say what needs to be said on that. And I'm gonna take a different approach, a different angle. JJ, great job. Great job, JJ. We didn't necessarily learn anything, but I can guarantee you did. And that's what matters, JJ, because you're taking the appropriate steps to even understand the conversation. And that's a big step forward than staying in the Bible. I know you kind of reverting back right now, but I'm actually impressed that you would take the time to even understand these things. You seem to, I wouldn't say fully grasp all the concepts yet, but you getting there. And so for that, I gotta tip my hat to JJ, because this is how he learns. He learns by fighting against learning. And he's reading it. The stuff that he's reading, he's not gonna win. You see what I'm saying? He's not gonna win the fight that he's in right now. So I gotta applaud what's going on, because now I can't even looking back last year, I can't even imagine the world where I would have thought about JJ 7000 doing a presentation that concluded with methodological naturalism.
Hell no.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Right?
That's beautiful.
I gotta give him a shout out, man. Like, good job, JJ. You on your right path. You ain't there yet, now. You ain't even close to being there. But good job, man. I give you one golf clap.
man, I appreciate you saying that, Kyle, because I was fighting for something to say. I appreciate you saying that. Before I turn the floor over to Chris, Heru, quickly, you got any comments?
Yeah, absolutely, bro. One thing I want to point out is that even if we're doing it indirectly, every last one of you guys are force feeding these guys to research for themselves in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So I know I just gave him a bunch of grief about using AI, but at least he's researching. So at the end of the day, even if it's surface level, he's gonna get there. He's gonna get there if he really desires to really understand this thing. He's gonna get there. So I really appreciate the work that everybody's doing to make to change the paradigm in this community. So I appreciate that. And although the presentation I expected a little bit better, I do appreciate the fact that he did come out and take his time to actually articulate his point. Although I do want to say this, I've been watching this thing kind of closely. I don't think that I think what he did is attack straw man fallacies as opposed to any position that Chris actually held. So I really want to know what's the real debate between the two, because come on, man, I talked to Chris a lot, and I'm just saying, I don't think that he's made such statements in that manner for that to be attacked. So maybe once Chris talks, that could be clarified. But as far as the presentation tonight is concerned, I think we all can learn some things from it, even if it's not directly taught by JJ. You know, and I don't want to shame anyone, so I'm just leaving it there. You know what I mean?
All right. Okay. I can appreciate that. I mean, uh, he's putting in that work. He's learning, and maybe it is each individual needs their type of motivation, right? For me,
Mm-hmm.
it is doing presentations and sharing what I learned is my incentive to dig in and to dive in and to do the research and pull the work. JJ is more of a debater, and so this is his instrument to get to the education, right? So he posits himself in an adversary position, which forces him to go into the information. And that is his motivation and his stimulus to learning. So shout out to JJ. On the other hand, though, as a person being a stickler for being strong, man, yeah. So the fact that I firmly feel that he was straw manning Chris, right? Makes it a double-edged sword for me where you could have had a conversation and clear it out, right? A
Right.
manager debate. Chris was here. You have your information. So I would have appreciated a one-on-one instead of the straight-out attack. And to my opinion, a straw man, right? So that is my only pushback, and I can't not say that, right? I understand the format in which he's engaging, but when you straw man someone, then it becomes a little bit more difficult for me personally. God, Kelly, you want to say anything? Because I'm gonna give Chris the floor.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you.
Man, look, I've known JJ for a minute, yo. And just to hear him just talk about a whole different subject, yo, instead of adding in the line of Judah and the Bible, yo. I mean, everybody progressing their own way, yo. It ain't about me. It ain't about Chris, yo. It's actually about human beings trying to digest information. Everybody digests a little bit different, yo. We crack a lot of jokes and talk shit, but I'm just trying to figure out he's processing things, yo, that people that we know not, yo, and they claim themselves to be smarter than most of us. So the fact that he's just even reading that and can talk about it for that long and read that for that long, man, come on, yo. That's different, bro. Remember I said in the server, I said, yo, he gonna get it before a whole lot of people. I was like, nah, I don't know. Remember we had that discussion? I was like, in a weird way, yo, it just seemed like it, yo.
I said that, y'all was like, I was like, yo, get that.
Weird way, yo.
He's
He
growing.
grabbed it.
He's growing. The moment he changed his
Grabbed
name
it.
from JJ from Jeremiah Judah
That's the
to
growth.
Mandika Mali,
That's the
I
growth.
knew it was growth because he's
That's the growth.
reading
That's the
Yeah,
growth.
yeah.
and
That's the growth.
he's accepting the evidence. See, that's the problem right there. People don't accept the evidence because it makes them uncomfortable.
Hmm.
Accepting
Yeah.
truth absolutely makes a change behavior and everything a requirement, right?
For
What I
sure.
would,
We grown folks.
I would, I might not say truth thing. I might say because it's like like is not like a concrete type of thing we talked about here. Like
Right.
there's areas of subjectivity to it, right? And then there's some points that we absolutely have to be objective on, and that's why we say when it's science, it's modern, and that's an objective truth. That's what it is. When you put all the components together, you have this thing, and you can see them different pieces, spread all through history, accumulated over time, and we see how they just funnel to a particular place at a particular time, yo. And we see it. And most people can't see it. And they can't see it because of their bias. So, anyway, JJ, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where you at. Where the hell he went? He got
I,
mad
I
left?
think I think his battery because I think he was on his phone. I think his battery died.
Oh.
So
I just
Yeah, he
wish,
probably did. He ate his battery. Yeah.
yeah,
I just wish
he's
you would
probably come back on.
I wish you would have said what, like, because I didn't really know
Yeah, I don't know what
Really,
it was.
like I wish you would have laid out clearly. Here is what Chris is saying.
Yeah.
Bam.
Chris gonna tell us.
Yeah. So
Go ahead.
I'm
Chris
a
saying
turn.
you don't know what he's talking about. Go ahead.
That's it. Like, which points did Chris make? He said this, and you should have clearly laid that out so that we know exactly what Chris said. Because now it's all over the place. But I'm gonna turn the floor over to Chris. Chris,
Leave that man alone, Chris.
you're on mute.
It's pretty much the same thing with the gentleman. I'm sorry. To my audience that is watching, people that's in my audience, I heard tonight E&J scholarship, EJ 7000 scholarship. I heard a lot of malt liquor scholarship. I heard a lot of misrepresentation of someone else's argument. So I have a song for him, and it goes like this. Butterfly in the sky, you can fly twice as high if you take a look and read a book, Reading Rainbow. You can do anything. Friends to know, places to go, Reading Rainbow. It's amazing some of the things I heard, and why not lead with what you started with by showing my argument, because I haven't necessarily entered a argument into this entire conversation, but understanding one thing, I heard a couple of things that you said as it pertains to hunter-gatherers and their tool making. It was so much, I don't even know what your argument is, but that's what he does. He comes on and he reads a ton of damn definitions, and then he says, he said this, he said that. Read a definition. He said this, he said that. Read a bunch of definitions. He said this, he said that. He never really articulates his argument correctly, and that's why I call this source terrorism. If you want to debate me, JJ, here's what I'll tell you you're going to have to do. I want you to write me a 2-paragraph premise on what your argument is, since it's evident that you're going to be taking the affirmative. I want you to give me a definition of science, because I would agree that ancients had their own form of science. But I don't think you truly understand what science and scientific is. I don't think you understand the empirical method. And prompting ChatGPT to do the work for you is only going to get you dug into a deeper hole in an argument like that. And then asking ChatGPT to give you sources. This shows us that you're not really cross-referencing and you're just reading everything. So I question your agenda and I question your method here, because when we debate, we actually know the material that we are debating, and I am a member of the pseudo-killers, and I've been beat up in the back chat based on some of the things I've said, and Cedric will tell you that, and you take your licks and keep on going. But you, my friend, have not even learned the simple art of debating. It would help for you to go to Khan Academy online and learn how to have a dialogue, because it was called Chris versus what does he call himself? Mandika Mali. And the minute said, let's let Chris answer, you responded, no, I don't want him to talk. I don't want him to say anything. So I knew what you were doing right there. This entire argument from the pseudo side of YouTube, or certain people, what they are doing simply is trying to galvanize the pseudo killers against how can I sit up there and say it, against the audience, or galvanize our quote unquote blackness against somebody. It's a very cheap trick to do in a debate to get the audience against you. It's like bandwagoning. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't hear anything that I really disagreed with, outside of the fact that I can't cross-reference anything, or really don't know where you got any of this stuff from. So you can take your Johnny 5, I'm Alive scholarship the hell up out of here, because I don't know nothing about anything that you're talking about. And if I want to debate a Cedric or Ankh, I'll simply call them out and say, hey, I would like to have a conversation with you. Here's my argument that I have against you. And then they are able to say, well, that's not my argument. Here's my argument. That's how two gentlemen get together and have a debate. Not come on here with 1,000 different definitions and then try to force somebody to answer all of that. That is called gish galloping. All right, that's just throwing a bunch of sources together. You put it in a bag and you and you throw it at the person, and you expect him in a certain allotted amount of time to answer all of that. Let me know what your argument is. And I mean, the audience, we had a great time listening to it. I'm not going to sit up here and give you any credit for any of this, especially as an adult. It sucked. It had no focus. You even said that ancient Egyptians were being scientific when they were dragging stones to build the pyramids. Sir, that's called labor. And could you give me the empirical method in which the builders, what did they use to make the pyramids? What you are showing me is a lot of commentary. That's another problem you have. That's why I say I question your methodology. It's the same thing I did with, what's his name? Chef on the Run. I question you guys' methodology because I actually take my time to read. If you look behind me, I have a couple of books sitting over here next to my couch that I've read, and I got a ton of them in my room. So I don't know necessarily what your argument was, other than the fact that you were building a straw man. It just sucked. I didn't know where you were going with any of this. It just seems to me you were reading a litany of sources off of ChatGPT. And you ask ChatGPT to give you some sources in which you've never cross-referenced. Because if you cross-reference any of it, that's what you would be reading from. You know, you got to read the source first before you start parroting the information. And that's where you get in trouble every single time. You just don't know. You don't know the information. And that's all I really have to say about it. There was no reason to get upset. Just nothing. Bunch of reading of definitions. Yesterday, he was calling me from Super Wavy's channel. He wanted to debate on the 12 tribes of Israel and West Africa. So that ain't fully out of him. You know, they talking about they were there in West Africa before 1496. I'm still waiting on the tribe of people that claim they was Israelites. Let's look into it because, you know, the scientific method would prove those claims to be false. The scientific method, we can look at their DNA and their genetic haplogroup and determine where they were from. That's what science does. See, with Egyptians, Mesopotamians, and even earlier Greek cultures, most Greek cultures, they had a philosophical method. Understanding. Was somebody trying to say something?
I don't know. Somebody must have been on come up with this.
Why didn't nobody tell me I was off?
Oh, man, how can we tell you?
Chris wants to say they didn't have theory. That's a lie. I want you to give her improvement right now that they didn't have theory.
No, JJ, you have to first show where
right
I said
now
that.
and prove they didn't have theory. Go ahead. We want to see.
Okay, once again, there's this. Okay, whoa. You can't talk over somebody, and you definitely can't straw man anybody. You have to first show where I said.
First not have the air. Nobody told
excuse me. Whoa. Yelling. Have some self-control. You got to have self-control.
No, you have to slide right now. They didn't have theory. Go ahead.
Whoa. You already tried the ambush scholarship. Whoa.
I'll play it for you.
JJ, let him get it out. That's what you want.
I'm going to play it for you, what you said. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to play it for y'all.
You want to share your screen?
It went on mute. Yeah, no.
Okay, so since he's on mute, when you say that I said something, first you have to show the context and what I was stating, and then show me the show that I said it on, and let's have the conversation. You're the one saying that they had a scientific method. Now you have to show it. You made the claim. You have to show the scientific method in which the Egyptians used. You just can't say geometry. That's broad. Geometry is abstract. That's logic. Math is based on abstract logic. You read commentary that said that it's scientific. It is not scientific, which lets me know you don't understand the argument. And then you're going to ignore the context of your own argument and try to pivot and make somebody else show something that does not exist. Where did the Egyptians leave the empirical data behind on how to build a pyramid? We can't find it anywhere. So you're asking for something that you know is a negative. Debating science and arguing about science is a lot more nuanced than reading a fucking Bible verse. It does not exist.
JJ, you can respond. You're on mute. So I think there is where some of the confusion lies, and I think everybody should go back and watch Sosa's World presentation this afternoon, where we clearly identified the issue with the nomenclature that early historians of science used. Their philosophical composition at the time was they were evaluating these cultures and assessing them in comparison to modern culture. So you would see words like scientific, or you would see science, right? You would see empiricism, and these type of words. They're identifying elements that are part of the scientific method. They're identifying elements that we see in what we call modern science. Modern science means our modern way of investigating the world. What was the way before that? It was natural philosophy. The Greeks moved the gods from like the Egyptians in the netters all out in the universe, and they centered divinity they centered the divinity and divine forces within nature themselves. Yet they were primarily philosophical. They were making it up. Whatever experiments they did were primarily anecdotal. They weren't they weren't running experiments to understand what happening. They were running experiments to establish their philosophical premise. What they believed, they conducted experiments to prove that. That's a whole different way of engaging.
Put
You're
his
back.
show on the screen. Yeah, put his show on. It's called JJ. Oh, here you go. Yeah, let's skip it. Let's skip the music. Hold up, let's skip the music. Let's skip the music. We finna get you. Hold up. I gotta play on the phone white. Y'all share everything else. Share the screen. Share the show. Share the show. Okay, here we go.
You just got the channel struck.
Yeah, you can't play the music.
You can't play that music.
You ain't got to clear it. You ain't got to clear it. Did you get it from his show?
Well, he's trying to find it now because once again, he doesn't cross-reference anything. He's trying to find it and skim through it. He doesn't know.
Get it from his show.
No, we're gonna skip. Listen, hey, let's
Get
put
it
it
clear
up.
with no
I know y'all
music,
wanna
bro.
hide
Can't be
it.
no music on
Put
there.
up your show. Okay, yeah, you're right. But
you
I
gotta
can't
share
skip
the
it on my
screen.
phone. All right, yeah, you're right. You're right.
You can't share it from your screen. You want
King Sosa, put it up.
You want me to
It's
go
called
and
JJ
look for
7000 has a meltdown.
So
Play
put
it
it in,
and
put
skip
it in a private chat or something, bro, and I can grab it, bro.
You're gonna listen to this guy say all this last.
I don't see it. Put it in a private chat where I
Look
can
it up.
grab it.
JJ 7000 it's on his channel.
I don't see if I find it, JJ.
No, I'm saying put it up on his channel.
I'm gonna see if I
just
find
on
it.
his channel. He don't want to share.
I ain't coming to work.
You're gonna see him watch.
I'm trying to pull up his channel.
I'm here for more support, man. I ain't coming to work.
Let me skip, man. Now y'all.
About me doing your work.
Yeah, put it up there.
Yeah. I gotta go to find Chris.
Hey, Cedric, you got to do it. He paid y'all $30 for this.
Has a meltdown. No, I paid him $100. So what you talking about? When you gonna put $100 in the pot? When you gonna put Now play it, please. Play it, please.
Jeez, God.
Wow.
Bear with us, ladies and gentlemen.
As soon as he started reading his little article, play that.
Oh, hey, Cedric. Yeah, I could just pull that article from Stanford University. I'll pull that real quick. Yeah, I could just reread it to you.
No. We're gonna
I can pull the article. I have that
recap. We're listening to your recap. No,
yes, it's a recap.
Okay.
I'm gonna share my screen.
The show.
You know, hey, Cedric, just to let you know, there's music playing while I read it. So be careful.
No. Yeah.
That's
Skip
copyright
the music.
Yeah, there's
And
music
listen to-
playing when I'm reading that. Yeah, so be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna mute my mic.
yeah.
Let's listen to
So
his
tell
first
me where.
15 minutes of lives. Watch this, y'all.
Quote says Shafetsky. Practical needs as well as trial and error led to the development of technologies such as the.
There we go.
You want me to play it or not?
Here we go, y'all. Watch this nigga live.
My screen is sharing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is my screen sharing? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Sharon.
Steel yard. They weren't using scientific theory. Scientific theory, you're going to get it right a lot quicker than trial and error.
When he first started reading that article.
Arguments, right? And this is from the Harvard Gazette, right? As you guys can see. And this is, even without math, ancients engineered sophisticated machines. Now,
So that's the title, right? So he's not making it up. It's the Harvard Gazette. Okay, that's his source, the Harvard Gazette.
Yes, let's just came.
Somebody might see that. See, they
Yes,
produce
that's it.
machinery. Look,
That's it.
look, that's
Let's
science.
listen to the first 15 minutes.
Not how you have a conversation. Right? And it says, moreover, Archimedes, a researcher at Howard University, is finding that ancient Greek craftsmen were able to engineer sophisticated machines without necessarily understanding the mathematical theory behind their construction. Interesting. This is already interesting here, right? Now, since we're dealing with antiquity, I did not just choose to represent ancient Egypt. I'm sorry. Yes, I did not choose to represent ancient Egypt today. I chose to move a little bit forward because, as you can see, Greece was a more evolved society. It just was, historically. I'm not saying that Egypt wasn't, but Greece, by the time Greece came around, they were
right there. Stop right there.
age,
Stop.
and they
Pause.
had
Pause
different-
that right there. Pause that right there, Cedric. Pause that right there. Pause that right there. Now he goes to say that the Greeks learned under the feet of Egyptians. That's your first lie. Keep going. Keep going.
I didn't say any of that. Hey, Cedric, let's mute that for a moment. Did I say any of that he just said?
Yeah, what's the claim, JJ?
Keep going.
What you claim he just said?
No. Keep going, Cedric.
No,
let's stop right there. You made a claim.
You made a
Keep
claim.
going. Yeah, you got caught
You
already.
made a claim. I didn't say any of that. I didn't say any of that, sir.
Greeks was more, so nobody heard it? Yeah,
I said they were more
Keep going,
evolved.
Cedric.
They were.
Keep going.
different
Okay.
sources of
Okay.
technology
All right.
available
Okay.
to them.
I already proved they wasn't.
All right,
Go ahead.
this is not me trying to slight Africa. I don't have to do that because Africa stands where it stands at today. All right, so I'm just forwarding this conversation a little bit here. Now let's read this here. All right, recent analysis of technical treaties and literary sources dating back to the 5th century BCE reveals that technology flourished among practitioners with limited theoretical knowledge. Boom. Y'all already hear it. Limited
right
theoretical knowledge.
Stop. He said the ancients didn't have theoretical knowledge. Can you?
That's not what I said.
I don't know how much of y'all heard. That's another lie. Keep going.
Didn't say that.
No, JJ, he said they have limited theoretical knowledge, right? That's what I heard him say.
Who, the ancients? So
And according to me, that's
the
a
ancients had
direct
limited
quote.
theoretical knowledge. I just showed y'all they did. They had more.
Sir,
Yeah, run it.
just
Keep playing.
represent my argument again.
Rich, you want to clarify?
Yeah, he's just misrepresenting the argument. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Again.
Okay, I'm going to continue to play.
Knowledge.
So are you
They weren't scientific.
saying that they had? So you saying the Greeks had more
Y'all
than the Africans?
see that?
Are you saying the Greeks had more than Africans, sir?
Okay,
Oh,
no,
wow.
I'm not saying
Okay,
that.
keep going.
I said they had developed
Don't
theoretical. Excuse me, sir. Whoa, calm down. Calm down. What you're doing now is gaslighting. And this is called ad hoc. You're creating new arguments because you're already. Whoa, slow down. This is called ad hoc. You're creating new arguments to sustain an argument you've already failed at now. So what you're doing is you're going to create a new argument on the fly. I'm reading the source as it is. I'm not making anything up. That's why you keep saying, I'm lying, I'm lying. It said they had limited theoretical knowledge. You said that, I said that they didn't have any. So right now, your claim has been proven to be false. But I don't think we should sit here and listen to 15 minutes of a video that you clearly don't understand.
No. We're going to play the first 15 minutes. No, this is my show.
Sure. Go ahead, because
no, you said. Let me answer that. All right. So listen what he said, y'all. He said that the ancients had limited theoretical knowledge. Now, I don't know how much of this is. I showed you all the theoretical knowledge that they had. So he's basically saying that the Greeks had more theoretical knowledge than the Africans. When we all know that the Greeks sat at the feet of Egyptians. Let's keep it playing. Cedric. Keep it playing.
Okay, let's stop right there. Let's pause for a second. I want everybody to go back to the beginning.
No, let's hear you.
Whoa.
Let's hear you.
Whoa.
Whoa. Why you want to stop? Let's play it.
Slow down.
Play it, Cedric.
Once again, whoa, slow down. Calm down.
I got you.
Whoa.
Calm down.
Crashing out, bro.
Calm down. You made up another lie here. I said I am not here to slight Africa. I want to fast forward the argument to around 500 BCE. I started at a certain time frame. First, you said that I said they didn't have any theoretical knowledge. Now you're going back, pivoting, saying he said that they had limited theoretical knowledge. That's after Kyle corrected you. This is why the entire audience has said you have straw manned my entire position. But let's continue to let it play. Because when you actually cite a source properly,
no, ain't no continue. I'm responding.
I don't have to.
Respond. Okay, now once again, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, bro, be quiet. Now, if he says that, can I speak? If he said that they had limited theoretical knowledge, I showed you that they learned at the Egyptians. He's basically saying that these Greeks had more theoretical knowledge than the Egyptians. Ain't no way of getting around it. Let's go. Play it, Cedric.
Time.
Knowledge.
Pause, Cedric. Pause. Stop. That is a claim. You would
Cedric,
have to
play the video. Don't keep. Okay, but you respond. I'm gonna respond.
Whoa. Stop. Hold on. I was quiet when he spoke. Once again, he just made another claim. You would have to show us where Greeks learned at the feet of the Egyptians. You have to show that now. You just can't say something, which, by the way, is a straw man argument here, and say that because this is not the argument that I'm making right now. The argument that I'm making here is Greeks had ancient theoretical concepts without the use of math. Now, even in your presentation, this is why I say you don't understand the argument. You said math is science. So within this, your rationale should be saying, wait a minute, they weren't necessarily being scientific when they were creating this technology. Now, we understand science means knowledge also, but all science ain't scientific. So you said that math was in fact scientific. In this article, it's saying even without math, the ancients were able to build. So which one is it? Claim number one, okay. Greeks learned at the feet of the Egyptians. Unsupported claim. Claim number two, Chris said that the ancients didn't use theory, didn't have science. That has been proven to be a lie. He hasn't proven that at all. Claim number three, he keeps saying Chris said. I'm reading the article. Chris didn't say anything. You're actually arguing with the citation. This is why you're building your argument upon a straw man. You're beating up a straw man and not necessarily the argument itself.
Okay, let me respond. All right, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, he's doing a review of my information, and he's starting off with this. My whole premise was that the ancients had science way before the Greeks or anybody else. Now, he said they had limited theoretical knowledge. When I don't know how much is that I was off the air, but I showed y'all this. I already showed y'all this. And you ain't gonna try to do no magic trick and make it disappear when we heard it come out of your mouth. Then you said that certain things wasn't scientific. I know I read that too. Where was you at? What was you watching? So let's just play 15 minutes of it and
right. This is not me trying to
we don't need to
Africa. I don't have to do that because Africa stands where it stands at today. All right. So I'm just forwarding this conversation a little bit here. Now let's read this here. All right. Recent analysis of technical treaties and literary sources dating back to the 5th century BCE reveals that technology flourished among practitioners with limited theoretical knowledge. Boom. Y'all already hear it. Limited theoretical knowledge. They weren't scientific. Y'all see that? Limited.
Keep playing, Cedric.
I have a question for clarification.
No, just between me and him. Let him flow.
JJ, I have a question for clarification.
Let him flow, Cedric. Hold up,
JJ.
Cedric. You have to let it flow. Why are we?
I have a question. I
I
have a question for clarification.
Minutes, then we talk
bro,
about it.
Shut up. I have a question for clarification. Chris,
What's
are
up?
you specifically referring to the Greeks in this article, right?
Yes.
So the limited theoretical knowledge that they're having, you're referring to in this presentation to the Greeks.
That's correct.
Okay, good. Just making sure for clarity.
Yeah. I thought I made that clear at the beginning of the presentation before I read the article.
Yeah, I'm cross-referencing because a lot of JJ's argument was related to the Egyptians and earlier. However, this article,
so you mean to tell me that it's a straw man?
I'm just making sure for clarity.
Yeah. So real quick, Cedric. Excuse. Whoa, JJ. Whoa, brother, calm down. Whoa.
Go ahead, I'm gonna go right after you. Go ahead.
Thank you. Hey, Cedric. So if a lot of his information was pertaining to the Egyptians and Mesopotamians, why would that be called a straw man?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
So I'll continue.
Quote, craftsmen had their own kind of knowledge that didn't have to be based on theory, explains Mark Shafetsky, professor of the classics in Harvard's Faculty of Arts and Sciences. Quote, they didn't all go to Plato's Academy to learn geometry, and yet they were able to construct precisely calibrated devices. Interesting. Let's continue. The balance used to measure weight throughout the ancient world best illustrates Shafetsky's findings on the distinction between theoretical and practitioner's knowledge. Working with a group led by Jürgen Wren, director of Max Planck Institute for the History of Science in Berlin, Shafetsky has found that the steelyard, a balance with unequal arms, was in use as early as the 4th and 5th centuries BCE. Before Archimedes, I hope I'm saying that word correctly, that name correctly, and other thinkers of the Hellenistic era gave a mathematical demonstration of its theoretical foundation.
Stop that. Now, he's saying that the lever wasn't started to did y'all hear him? The 4th and 5th century. But then, see, you already killed yourself. You said that, no, I'm talking about the Greeks had limited knowledge. So why are you even arguing this when my argument was showing that the ancients had all of this knowledge? So why would you even put this before us, Chris? Don't even answer it. Let's continue to play.
Okay, whoa, time out. So the point of the argument is to show the ancients developing tools and technology for themselves without proper scientific method, the scientific method that we use today. Once again, what you have done in this entire argument is straw man your position, and now you're pivoting. So let's be honest. The Greeks are the ones. Let me ask you. Let me slow down for a minute. JJ, who invented the scientific method? Do you know?
Egyptians.
No. Okay. Thank you very much. Let me ask you a question. Sir Francis Bacon.
Who did it?
Sir Francis Bacon.
Who did it?
Sir Francis Bacon.
All right, continue. Continue to play.
Wow. Family. Am I wrong about that? Hold on. You laughed at the answer. Am I wrong?
Well, I would say it's a history to it.
Yeah, well, we don't have time to go through the history.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, it's different.
Go ahead,
I'm just saying different parts of the world added to it.
It'd be
different parts of the world.
Francis Bacon, Galileo, Rene Descartes, and Newton. Those are the primaries.
The foundation and the principles of the of methodological naturalism were laid down indeed by Francis Bacon, and then you have other individuals that contributing significantly to the scientific method and the philosophy itself. Aspects of the philosophy you see up into the 20th century with individuals like Karl Popper. But you have Newton, for example, with his position that he makes no a position for the supernatural in his mathematics, right? Where he clearly distinguishes that from his other work. He's at the epistemic bridge, so it is a development over time, right? It's within that 200-year time frame that we call the scientific revolution, that methodological naturalism and the scientific method were developed, right?
Yeah, Bacon creates the break, though. It's Bacon that creates the break.
Okay, let me. So Sir Francis Bacon comes around. Oh, my fault. Go ahead. Sir Francis Bacon comes in 1214 CE. Now we have
No, sir. 1561. It's like 1561. You think about Roger Bacon, it's 1561.
No, Francis Bacon is in the 17th century, sir. You don't know.
Francis Bacon, I believe, I can look it up, but I think it's 1561.
You just got to ask the role. Got to ask the role the Egyptians played.
So even
I could tell you.
Hold up. Right. So why are we acting like these people didn't do opposite? Well, first of all, Chris, what is the scientific method? Go ahead.
Whoa, you speeding past. So let's
right. You flew past us now. Phew.
No, let's just stay right there. The Egyptians, yo. You can look. You can pull it up. They didn't create the scientific method.
They're right there.
What they did was they got the early attempts at it's like that thought process is there, right? Where they just trying to make something just work for itself. You can just pull it up. It's right there. That's in the history. That's on the timeline. They first on the timeline. And that doesn't mean completion. It doesn't mean any of that. It's just showing you how through time there has been attempts to, piece together. I ain't talking about Bacon.
Yeah.
Sir Francis Bacon certainly wasn't born in the 12th century CE.
No, he was born in 1561.
Right, but he said 12th century, so he still didn't get it right.
You think about Roger Bacon or somebody like that.
Yeah, you think about Roger.
Yeah, that's what happens when you Google real fast.
Okay, well, watch this. Let me read this. The real answer, it evolved.
Source,
Ibn al-Hadrian, 1021 CE, is usually called the... Be quiet, bro.
Source. That's all I'm asking you for.
The father of the scientific method, because he was the first to write all 5 steps. Observation, a problem. Why does light behave? The hypothesis. Light travels in a straight line. This the guy that wrote it down. Experiment, camera, controlled beams, analysis of math. But Chris said math ain't even part of this. Come on, bro. He said that math is not science. It's part of it. Geometry of light.
No, math is actually abstract logic.
Bro. Okay, so
you're actually superimposing. You're actually superimposing your commentary upon a given definition. You can't do that.
No, I'm reading. Did nobody call Sir Francis Bacon the father of the scientific method, bro? Stop it.
Yeah, they actually
stop it.
Yes, they do.
There's nothing wrong.
They actually do.
There's nothing wrong with being wrong. Now let's finish that video. Let's finish that video because he said that the ancients didn't have theoretical observations and theoretical method. I showed y'all that. Why? And even why would you even start at the Greeks to even try to analyze my presentation?
Okay, so first of all, I was not analyzing.
Before.
Whoa. First of all, you're taking you're giving yourself a little bit. Excuse me. First of all, you're giving yourself.
I'm not interrupting you. Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, you're giving yourself a little bit.
You're interrupting me. I mean, come on,
you're giving yourself a little bit too much credit. I was not analyzing your conversation or your attempting. Whoa,
JJ, one at a time, JJ.
Whoa. Oh, first of all, you're giving yourself a little bit too much credit. I was not analyzing.
If you interrupt me, why are you telling me one at a time, bro?
JJ,
how about get the clock out?
JJ, one at a time. JJ, one at a time. Chris has the floor.
So when I'm talking, you better tell him
Chris, JJ, Chris has the floor.
Okay, so once again, you're giving yourself a little bit too much. Whoa, you okay? Let's bring it down a little bit. You'll be all right. Once again, you're giving yourself too much credit in analyzing you. No, I never took the time. I never mentioned your name when I was reading the source here. What I was doing is actually showing a development of technology without without the use of scientific theory. This argument that I'm making here is based on me, Ankh, and Cedric arguing in the Discord. And actually, this is a ode to them, in which they were actually showing that just because something is created doesn't make it scientific. I like to do this at the beginning of my arguments, at the beginning of my shows, to drop some type of information and to show those who I am around that I am understanding the argument a little bit. To say to analyze you is giving yourself too much credit. You were just cannon fodder for the rest of the show and nothing more. I never used this work to analyze your work at all. Once again, you did not understand the argument, and you are looking for a debate rather than try to understand the argument here. So I think everybody on this panel inside of the group, the pseudo killers, Sosa, Cedric, and Ankh have beaten me up in the back chat concerning this conversation. And I have been reading this for almost, I give it about 3 weeks. So I understand the nuances that are being presented within this argument. And that's what I want to show here by reading this article. So I think you should try to learn how to listen first. And at least learn how to cross-reference ChatGPT, which you can't do. So you were just cannon fodder in a laugh for the rest of the show. This was the serious part of it. I don't take you that serious.
All right, my turn. All right, now be quiet. Don't you say a word. I'll let you talk. Now, like you said, he's on record saying that Africans didn't have science. All right, that's what he said. That's your argument, right? That's your argument, sir. You jumped in this. Africans had systematic science 2,000 years before the Greeks.
I'm gonna have to.
Pythagoras, Aristotle. African science has already run in Egypt, Nubia, and West Africa. Egypt and Nubia, 3,000 to 600 BC, 24,000 years before Aristotle. Let's go to some of the fields of medicine. Excuse me. Whoa. Okay, let's keep going. Don't you want?
Let me answer that right quick again. Let me answer that again. Let me answer that again.
Let him finish.
Yeah, you gotta let him finish.
Oh, he was still talking? He was still talking. I thought he said he was finished. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. Shut up. Now set your pink lips up. You're starting to piss me off.
No, don't crash out, bro. Don't crash.
I know, but I'm saying if he's crashing out by running in front of my train, that's dumb. That's not smart. Now, mathematics. The Rhine Papyrus,
I like
1850 to 60 B.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Kyle, come on. Yeah, that's the new crash out. When you run in front of my train, you're gonna get run over. So they had algebra, geometry, fractions, volumes of pyramids. Is 316 to use to calculate slopes, ratios, and that is a formal science, like Indeed just said. Okay, you had astronomy. All of this is way before Greeks. All of this is way the solstice calendar, star clocks. This is 25,000 BCE. 365-day calendar, leap year, correction every 4 years. This is what they had. Okay, engineering, pyramids, obsoletes, canals, 27,600 BCE. Chemistry, that is a science. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Thank you, Cosmo. Yeah, he did. And then look at this. Mini stars. Look at it. Thank you for putting that on there. Look at that right there. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead, sir. Chemistry, mummification,
JJ,
glass metal
can I ask you
origin,
a question,
2600
JJ?
BCE.
Oh, my bad.
Hold up. Let me give you more. 40-step chemical process for preservation created synthetic blue. It was indigenous taught us. Iron smelting in 800 BCE. And then, so even out of his mouth, he said that the Greeks had limited theoretical knowledge. Now, you want me? When it's my turn again to go, I'm going to show you all the theoretical knowledge that the Africans had. So, but he don't want. So, I don't even know why you brought this article up. This is not even part of my argument. I'm not talking about no Greeks. I went back on the show and showed you all the sciences that the ancients had before Greeks. I even said it in my presentation. So I don't even understand why this article is up.
JJ, he already said that slide was not about your argument. It was about a conversation that was
happening. So why did he bring it up if he's trying to critique me?
He doesn't get it. Poor fellow. He doesn't get it. Okay, let me just answer this. Once again, this is smoking. Whoa, this is smoking mirrors here, and this is what guys like him do. He's looking for attention from me some type of way, but I've already told him that this article was not for him. And I told you, you're taking yourself too serious here to think that I was critiquing your article or the stuff that you brought up on Killer Pre-Show by using this. I was not. That's in your mind. I told you this was for Cedric. This was for Sosa, Gullah, Juju, and Ankh. Understanding the argument that just because they created something, that does not mean that they were being scientific. And this is what you normally do. What you do is you read a bunch of definitions and you create all these smoke and mirror arguments. The things that you are saying are things that I have not made arguments against. And this is why you have to constantly go into this article and try and gaslight the audience to try to say that I was slighting Egypt. I gave a time frame in which I was starting in, which was 500 BCE. Question. Well, I don't have a question for you, but I would just pretty much tell you, maybe you should try to understand someone's argument and understand the method of debating. Because if I ask you, whoa, slow down.
Let it play out.
Whoa, have some decorum here. Have some decorum. If I ask you to give me the empirical data concerning the heliacal rise of the Nile, and would you be able to do it? No. If I ask you for the empirical data and how they perform surgeries,
let's continue to let him get to my part. You're not going to take over the show.
Whoa! Now he's
let me
doing
know
this.
what you're
doing. Whoa! Thank you. Have some self-control. So what he's doing, if I ask you for any of that empirical data, whoa, might want to mute your mic.
Let's continue to let the video play, sir.
Mute out JJ when he's done.
Let's continue to let his video play. He don't want y'all to see this. Continue to my part where you critique me.
JJ, mute your mic. The longer you keep talking, I'm going to let him keep talking. So don't tell me what to do. When he's finished, I'll play the video. You see it on the screen? I'm just waiting. You're having a dialogue. When the dialogue is done, I'll
sure, if this has nothing to do with my...
Be quiet. Go ahead.
All right. So
continue once to the part with Cedric.
JJ, last time, mute your mic. Once he's finished, the video will continue. He's responding to you. You wanted this. Now you're here. So relax.
Okay. So once again, I really don't know what else to say other than the fact that he has straw man this entire argument, not understanding my position. When you want to debate somebody, you should give a premise, take a stance, whether you're going to be affirmative or negative, and understand what's being said here. Once again, this is a straw man. I corrected you on the fact that this article was not being used to critique your information, because I did not necessarily think that the information that you brought forth needed to be critiqued. I don't understand how you're synthesizing all these different chat GPT prompts in saying that we don't know what we're talking about. Two, let me say this first and foremost to everybody on the chat and in the audience. Africa did have science, but that does not make them scientific. The scientific method is the method that we use today to collect data or empirical data. This is based on a methodological naturalism. That is, within that is the scientific method. Egyptians used a philosophical framework. It is not the same of methodological naturalism or the scientific method. They are two different things. Understanding that they had their own wisdom texts and their own sciences, true, but it doesn't make them scientific as we call it today. And certainly that's not what this article that I'm reading is saying. I don't really know what else to say other than the fact that he's just trying to build a straw man and he just wants some attention from me at this. It's really a poor argument at this point. So you guys can take it away.
Okay. Now, are you done? Are you done?
Math is not science.
Are you done?
I'm sorry, guys.
Cedric.
Math is not science. Albeit
Cedric.
math can be used in science.
Look.
He was done. I was.
He said math isn't science. Okay, hold up. No. Hold up. He said math isn't science. He don't even know nothing about that the formal science. Let me respond to what he just said, y'all. Hold up. No, you're gonna make this fair. I'm gonna try to hold his hand. So what makes it? So here you go. Knowledge must be abstract, works from any case, not just one. Teachable, written in textbooks with examples like the Rhine Papyrus is literally a copy. Predictive. The Soric calendar predicts a flood if it uses Udu to predict outcomes. Systematic. The Edwin Smith gives a step by step and fails, and then X in the algorithm. Africa had 4 before 600 BCE, y'all. Huh? Yes, directly. Herodotus, 450 BCE. Greeks learned geometry from Egypt. So he got up here and lied and said that they didn't learn under the feet of Egyptians. Let's keep going. Plato says Solon studied in Egypt. I just bust your head. Let's keep going. Thales, look at this. Both traveled to Egypt. Oh, wait a minute. Did y'all hear him say that? I hope y'all cleaned your ears out because I heard him say it. You got to prove that these Greeks didn't learn at the feet of the Egyptians. Let's keep going. Why aren't you putting any negative comments about what they're saying about this guy? Why y'all just putting them about me? But it's cool. Let's keep going. Hippocrates, Egyptian medical proprietor, were in Greek literaries. Clinical methods matches Edwin Smith. Why do people think Africa did not have theory? The Rosetta Stone, you couldn't read Egyptian until then. So 18,000 scholars called Egypt the ones who had it first. Oral and written bias. Ifa, Dogon, Bantu weren't written by scribes, so Europe labeled them myths. Bottom line, Africans had theoretical knowledge, which Chris said they didn't, in math, medicine, astronomy, ethics, logic, 1,000 to 2,500 years before Greeks, philosophers. It was written in Egypt and Nubia, and oral systematic in West Central Africa. So, like I say, he got up here. Let's skip past this little part and go to him critiquing me. Cedric, could you fast forward this part to the part where he's trying to critique me? What are you waiting on? What are you waiting on?
Excuse me?
Fast forward.
Excuse me? What am I waiting on? JJ, you know how fast I'll kick you out of here. Don't ever talk to me like that again. Don't ever talk to me like that again. Apologize or you're done. Apologize or you're done.
Bro.
I'm serious.
Hey, nigga, I will leave, nigga.
Listen, bro.
You gonna kick me out
Don't
for
talk to me like that ever, bro.
Nah,
ever in your life.
Whoa. And then listen, he said that I wanted attention.
Can y'all hear me, yo?
My name.
Yo, can y'all hear
I
me?
wanted attention from you when you said,
Yo, can y'all hear me? Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, get him right.
Can y'all hear me? Come on, man.
Watch this. Let me say this. I'm gonna go because y'all don't want to fast forward him trying to critique me.
Yo, what are we talking about? What are we?
Over there.
What are we doing, bro? Yo, listen.
Watch this.
No, you don't gotta be consistent. Listen, you don't gotta be consistent, yo. You get it? Like, don't do what everybody think you're gonna do, yo.
Well,
just relax. Take a breath, yo.
Cedric, don't talk, but Cedric,
you get it? You get it, yo? I don't know what you said.
So
He
tell
said I
Cedric,
didn't hear it.
all of a sudden he just switched up on me. He just
Yeah, well, listen.
look at the title of the show, y'all, at the bottom. After I did my show, he's getting my attention, right? By saying JJ 7000 has a meltdown when it was indigenous and Unc that was arguing on the show. It wasn't me, but he wants to paint a narrative. Now, we didn't caught him in the lie. He said math isn't science. He said material science doesn't count.
Who you talking about?
He said that Francis Bacon is the father. Chris Harris. Yeah, he said Francis Bacon is the father. Man, come on, bro. Is the father of the scientific method when they don't, he's never labeled that. So we're not going to do that. You're not going to play magic tricks with me. Then he said that, so why would he even put this up? This just proves that they had limited knowledge. Then I know y'all heard him say that the Greeks didn't learn under the Egyptians. Did you hear him say that?
Nope.
Did you hear him say that, Yes or no?
No, I didn't hear that.
Okay, here, I'll play it back for you. Okay, hold up. All right. So,
but JJ, you can't be saying wild stuff to men though.
Well, let's fast forward this part to where he's critiquing me.
You understand that, right?
He's really gonna show his hand. Fast forward his article.
To where, JJ? You initially asked.
Fast forward the article to where he's critiquing me. He says this. Look what he got on the title, y'all. He said, "I want his attention. I didn't crash out on the show. That was indigenous and Unc arguing. So you're not going to try to paint this damn picture of me. So let's fast forward his article. And let's get to him critiquing me. What's so hard about that?
To where, JJ? Initially, you wanted to do the first 15 minutes when he was reading the article. Now, to where do you want it forwarded, JJ? I'm willing to.
I want him to get past the article and him critiquing me. Because remember, he wants my attention. Yeah. Let's go. Let's get to him critiquing my part of my debate. Go ahead.
As soon as you tell me where to go to. Where?
Thank you.
What, 20 minutes? 25 minutes? Where, JJ?
Once he's past the article, he starts talking about me, sir. All you got to do is fat push the button.
English. Where do I begin, JJ? I'm not sitting here flip.
It's slow.
Second one, JJ.
Hey, fast forward the article.
No, he just say fact. What
Cedric.
you mean?
Fast forward the article, Cedric. You put your little hard foot finger and go past the article.
Third one, JJ.
Hey, Cedric, come on, man.
The last one, JJ.
Don't feed, yo. Don't feed.
Right.
He just be.
Hey, I thought you was gonna be doing this.
You just.
They scared y'all.
To where, JJ?
Go ahead, fast.
You got the button, nigga. Fast forward.
Use the mouse.
JJ. To where, JJ?
I'm not controlling the video. There you go, Cedric. No. Go back to
you need to come up with timestamp, Jay. You got to know.
A little slower than America. And then when I speak, shut the mouth. He has the button. Why are you even up here? No, go back to right as soon as the article. You got to be smarter than this.
Well, hey, JJ, why not just ask me? I was there, though, JJ.
Yeah, or get where you could present it yourself the way you can.
That's what I'm saying. Bro. No, I want.
Like you got to understand. Like, hold on, JJ.
Listen,
Cedric did this for you, bro.
No.
He pulled up.
You know what,
he
bro?
driving the car for you, bro.
I understand. So I'm asking you.
Like, relax, man. We're trying to help you. We ain't trying to hurt you.
I'm gonna say this slow. No, you relax. I'm gonna say it slow. I'm gonna say it slow. Listen, Sammy Sosa. Listen.
Why not ask me? You trying to play when me and Jesus was arguing, right? Okay, I'm here, right?
Okay, do me a favor.
Yeah, but I asked you.
Go back to where so you can go, bro. Go to 2 hours or something. Go to one. You know,
Okay, watch the time. Okay,
he don't gotta find them right here.
As you get down with question, when he stops showing his article, he starts critiquing me. So his article is like the first 20 minutes. Go back to 21 minute mark, please.
What was he critiquing you about? What was he critiquing you about?
He was trying to say that the ancients didn't have science. That's what I'm trying to show you.
Nobody understands. Everybody's confused.
Okay, stop there. Stop there. Yeah. Let's go. Let's listen to him. Yeah. Get past his bunk ass article and let him get him talking about me.
There is not.
Get past the little whack ass article.
Shout out to everybody tuning in. Minty Hotep is in the building. Shout out to Lucis. Welcome.
Go to 30 minute mark.
On time, no hear, no see. Welcome back to the platform. Minty Hotep. I was wondering where they got their talking.
It gotta be nice, yo.
The Fight Doctor is in the building. Shout out to you, brother. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
30-minute mark,
so let's
please.
get into this beautiful being
Go
footage.
30-minute mark.
You gonna have to pay me.
Let's get into this beautiful being footage.
Crazy.
Yeah, you going
That's
clip.
why I asked
To the
you.
30-minute mark.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
why, and that's the last time, right? We ain't doing
Yeah,
this.
you ain't know.
What's up with this man that got kicked off the show? We waited a half an hour. He's late. We wait for the audio. We went through all patient. And he's like,
Yeah, I wanted his attention.
Wow.
He said, I want
you guys to remember this, please. Hey, walk with me today to about 10:30. Let's have a good time. Remember,
Here we go, right there.
hopefully Aunt come today. We're going to see the meltdown in a minute.
He's scouting in the bushes so he can kind of get a feel for what I'm going to bring out. Then he going to come on. Well, I let him do that, but whatever. There's nothing that you can do to stop this truth right here. So let me share my screen and get into my opening.
Well, let me say this real quick, JJ.
Yeah, go ahead, Bob. Share. Go ahead. Go ahead, fam.
Yeah. What they do, fellas, is they will take the truth, and when they can't defeat, what they say, when you can't beat it, you join it. So they take the truth and join it to their BS, right? So, I made them say, I'm the one who got these guys, regurgitate my information, talk about science can't speak in absolutes. I said that 2 years ago, and now they regurgitate it every day. Science can't speak in absolutes. I said science can't speak in absolutes because a new find like naphtha could change everything tomorrow.
That's right.
Huh? Right. And I know y'all understand. Y'all smart brothers. Y'all understand exactly what I'm saying. And then here comes Cedric. Cedric took it over there to Unc and them. They start regurgitating it. Yeah. I think even my name, indigenous. What none of these.
Now, this indigenous black man, dude, I ain't never seen him come up on the panels, and already he's straw manning everybody.
I think it's coming we was blacker than black and all that. They was calling me pseudo, but now today every other word that comes out their mouth is indigenous.
All right.
This been going on for years with me. That's why they won't even step in the ring with me. They won't even approach me because they know I'm more embarrassing.
That's right. You gotta listen. The host was trying to talk.
Yeah. Could you please explain or let the audience know and us, who are you? You know what I'm saying?
You talking about indigenous or me? Hey, Kyle, can you please be quiet, bro? Go ahead, indigenous.
Just get everybody familiar because you said that people are lying on you, jumping on you. We need to stop.
Me.
Man, where at, bro? What is happening right now?
He paid y'all $30. Do what he said, do. Because he also said Egyptians. I wanted y'all to let this ride. He also said Egyptians had gunpowder, y'all. Let it ride, please. Let it ride.
No, I said you're lying. I said Chinese.
Egyptians are fine. I've been in about 8 years. I've been present. I've only had because you see that I'm on the phone. I have problems with technology. I don't have a cell phone because for one thing, they give cancer, and another thing, they're tracking devices. And like I said, this
cell phones give cancer. Didn't know that, and their tracking devices didn't know that. So we know this dude is conspiracy laden.
This is something that I've been doing for years. I started off with Garfield and them over there. I beat him up on the Dogon tribe. I beat him up on the term Kush, because the term Kush it was given by Egyptian ruler.
Please fast forward 2 minutes, please.
So Solstice 1. But I beat him up on quite a few things, and they kicked me off.
So you use his Greek name?
I went over with Unbiased Sports, and I did a couple presentations over there. And then I ran into Apostle, and me and Apostle, I did a couple presentations on Apostle show. And then from Apostle, I went over here with JJ 7000, Mandinker Miley, and I've been here, ever since. But that's the 8 years that I've been around presenting and beating these guys' lies up so bad that I got to regurgitate my information. Like I said, the cognitive dissonance, indigenous. Talking about Mendel, all of that came from me. And he'll take that and add it to his lie. And I just, just a couple years ago, I put this stuff out. And then, these guys, when I was putting it out, they were calling me pseudo.
Right.
So you can ask Sinetta and all of them. They'll tell you.
Okay.
I've done presentations on Sinettas too.
Right.
So and he said, "Oh, y'all stealing his information. I know y'all. All right. I know where the information is coming from when I'm hearing it." Yeah, he let them know too. So, I've just been a guy on. First I started off in the chat, right? Then I got to go on the channel and talk. And then I started lighting them up, and they kicked me off, and then I would move on to the next platform. But this is where we at today, and I've been around for, like I said, about 8-9 years now. So,
all right. Now, for those who don't know me, like I said, my name is JJ7000. That's one of my epithets. But I used to be a Hebrew Israelite for 11 years, and I kind of,
This nigga just say that's one of his epithets.
Just saying, man. Just saying.
That's one of
Man,
my
let that
epithets.
video play, man. Let that video play, man.
Niggas religious as shit. Not one of my
You
nicknames.
still hating, nigga? Yeah, that wasn't nothing even funny about that. Let's keep
Think
that
that high of
Let's keep
himself.
going.
Epithets.
It's the
Yeah,
Egyptian
see the hands on? Look at this guy. I don't want to be
let it
labeled
play.
in a box. So I'm a free thinker and a truth seeker now. So now you can't just say, "Oh, well, you're a Hebrew Israelite." A lot of people who hear that you're Hebrew Israelite, they don't take them serious because of these camps. You know what I'm saying? So I started a debate league. I've been around for about 10, 11 years. Lions Den Debate League. We build groups. My partner, me, and Sister Karima. We got a bunch of groups on Facebook. They got 20,000, 18, 20,000 in about 5 or 6 of the groups. But my main thing is, like I said, I actually started off going on Garfield's panel, and they would always try to, kick me out, put me in the back. And then I went on Unc panel, Sarnetta, crossed the line. I'm like a road warrior. I'm not scared to come on your panel and debate you. But I didn't debate it polite. I didn't debate it Tazariak, Black Jesus, Judah Nash.
Damn.
The list is pretty strenuous. Jabari, beat Jabari up to Hootie. Debated to Hootie. And some of the heavy hitters. Can you fast forward a little bit? Let's get to introduction. Let's get to him. Let's get to him.
Yeah. We on a.
Trying to save him.
I know we got last time he was here, Tahuti was here at the same time. So if AD don't remember. And exchange a little bit of friendly fire, a little bit of snake hissing, you know what I'm saying? But it was cool, you know what I'm saying?
All the introduction.
Well, today,
I don't want to hear this part. I want to hear this guy trying to critique me.
Oh, my bad. Oh, I ain't trying to watch Kill Bill. My bad. Jesus Christ.
Not reality. But what it does mean is that this stretch might have been a blessing in disguise.
What boy?
Because the Pistons learned how to function without.
My bad, guys. My bad.
What are we doing?
Y'all know what's up with them Pistons. My bad, guys. My bad.
What are we doing?
So I'm trying to figure out where to crash out at. This is the false narrative that he's
want to get into indigenous, ancient people, the ancient cultures making science, starting science, and you're saying your claim is that Unc West, very intelligent, is saying that he's giving it to someone else. That's what you're saying.
He's giving it to the modern Europeans, Air Apostle and all these,
Let's say Air Apostle. Is that the clothing line?
Europeans, basically. He's disregarding the Mayans. He's disregarding the Babylonians, the Comedians. He's just wiping them out. He's saying that they don't understand basically how to test things.
Right.
So let me just get into my open.
All right, get into it.
Real quick, do you?
They don't. They did not have a scientific method.
You
They did
Air
not
Apostle,
operate
Abercrombie.
frameworks of science.
There you go.
Yeah, everybody.
You're wrong for that.
What you guys are going to see is methodology. You guys are going to see that it sucks. Already, we're working at a negative here. False. He's working from a false premise.
We need to have this up and
okay, bro. Listen, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna play this. Well, I got to read it. So that's the only way I can read it. You know, I can blow it up. I know y'all don't want to hear it.
I'm just
blow it up, but let's go.
I wasn't sure if you needed to have it shared to the world.
Yeah. They just I had to read it because I couldn't put together a PowerPoint today because my PowerPoint is messing up. But
yeah, that's one thing I've noticed about a lot of people who aren't really very good at debating. They don't even know how to put together a PowerPoint.
You see the hate? No, bro. If that's how you got is
he's presenting his information from his Gmail account.
Look at his hate nasty. I'm also going to be showing. Stop it for a second. I'm going to be showing the secret love affair of Chris and Nagy Springfield, the guy that you run around collecting ding-a-ling pics. Did you do that, Chris?
Okay.
I can show the video.
That's the end of the show. That's the end of the show.
I don't know what we're doing here. That's too much. Yeah, I don't know what we're talking about. What the hell are we doing, man? What?
Yeah, I ain't doing that. I ain't playing that around. We're not doing that. And we had that cutoff point as well.
It's 3 o'clock. Yeah, it's 3 o'clock too. It's 3 hours. I can say that on that Killer Pre-show, I just got fed up with the years of indigenous black man claiming he taught everybody, never being able to access any damn panel, but from a secret phone somewhere. I don't know if the nigga on Mars or where he at. He can't get on the panel, but he'll give somebody a call on a bat phone or something, and that's it. But he taught everybody, and I got frustrated. I'm on a different platform, and he telling me he my master teacher. Get the hell out of here with that crap. And so I was like, I'm not going for that. Never that. Don't take away my little bit of stuff I'm doing. Don't do that to me, yo. It ain't much, nigga. It's YouTube. We get 1,500 views maybe, but don't take that. I earned that every step of the way, and I want that. So no, I'm never letting nigga tell me what they thought they told me or figured out. No, I'm not doing that. If you did such things, I will agree, right? But no, I'm not doing that with a guy that uses a bat phone from the clouds somewhere and never pop on the panel ever. I'm not doing that. No, he's chat man. Chat man.
Stop. So as y'all can see, as y'all can see, we waited for almost 3 hours for him to show me saying something that I never said. But hey, for $30, you could do a presentation up here and then talk about a bunch of definitions. For $30, that's what he got y'all. Him just read a bunch of definitions, no cross-site, no
false narrative right there.
Or whatever.
That's not true. That's not true. Are you joking? That ain't true.
I saw in the back chat. I saw it in the back chat where it said he wants to pay $30.
Yeah, but that ain't happen that way.
Okay.
Yeah, he did. He did his thing. He did a sizable donation, right? Sizable donation. I appreciate that. That was respect. I get. You know what I mean? I can't knock him. I ain't gonna play with his pockets like that, yo.
Yeah. Hi, Tiffany.
Yeah, but that's the business, yo. We don't discuss business.
All right, that's my fault, man.
Yeah, keep it going.
But
he was basically trying to say that he wasn't the one that crashed out. He wasn't.
No, he crashed.
Business black man got the wilding out, and so
he crashed out at the end.
Yeah, he crashed. But I mean, he said something about the Nawabian thing, right? And I said something about the Hebrew thing, and it went there, right? But it was all indigenous though, man. And then I don't think he wanted to actually engage in the conversation. I don't think he was really prepared for that type of engagement. He just wanted to read some stuff. I got tired of it, yo. Like right now, we're the 3-hour mark, yo. So yeah,
that's what I thought too. That we was going to be able to engage about the information, and that's just something that he's not willing to do. So you could take the JJ versus MVP down because there was no debate. That's one thing. And second of all, when I came on the panel, it's just like Cedric said, hey, let's get you guys dialogue and hear about the information that you're dropping. And he says, no, tell Chris to do his own show. And the same thing happened on Killer Priest channel. JJ hides behind these sources. He doesn't necessarily engage as Killer Priest asked him an important question. He said, what did the Egyptians contribute to modern science? And JJ looked up, looked left, looked right, and asked indigenous black man to answer the question. And indigenous black man goes into a rant about the Moors in Spain. So once again, I don't know what's going on, but I know I'm going to get out of here and go out. And I'm going to the Improv to go hang at the comedy club. Y'all have a great night, guys. Hit that subscribe button over here at the Pseudo Killer. Shout out to Ox, Cedric. Shout out to my man Sosa. Shout out to Haru, Unbiased Ron, and everybody in the chat, and especially Miss Tiffany. Hi, Tiffany. With that being said, guys, thank you all for tuning in.
And Chris, I appreciate your work this week, man.
Yeah.
And participating and adding to the workload of the Pseudo Killers, man. I appreciate you sharing that workload, yo. You came, you did your thing at the time when I needed you, when they was all pointing their guns, yo. You came in, shooting it up. I appreciate it. So you did your Pseudo Killer work right there, bro.
Yeah.
Suppressing fire, yeah. That nigga shooting. Somebody duck. Gave me, I mean, I appreciate that, yo. I ain't gonna forget that.
Yeah, and I heard my man Chef on the runs feeling. I'm like, dang, Chef, you all right?
The MVP came for him, boy.
Hey, hold on. Let me do the gullah. Hey, Chris, you mean to tell me primates, the scientists too? They were self-medicating.
Y'all crazy, yo.
Oh man, yo.
Hey, that's funny.
Oh
boy.
Oh shit.
This was a wild ride, bro. I do not
man. 3 hours, man. You held on, Cedric. You held on for 3. You did your thing. You almost fell apart at the last minute, but you did your thing. You held on, yo. You just got fed up.
Juju. Primates made tools too. Were they scientific? Yeah, world of monkeys and scientists, man. What we got going on here?
That's Reggie. Reggie said that. Man said Homo erectus, yo, was scientists, so he made them tools. Australopithecines. I was like, what? They was scientists. They was physicists.
Yeah, I ain't done with
Reggie. Say shit.
Tomorrow is a wrap up. I'm gonna do peer review, and I got a special caveat. I'm gonna deal with the so everybody's dealt with it. So we just taking shots and beating that horse. Cause I'm gonna do the semantic. I'm gonna unravel the semantic trap. See, Reggie can't put himself on the platform anymore because now he took away knowledge from the ancients. Now Reggie has fully gone European and full pseudo and full presenticism and full scientism. This man put himself in a linguistic bind because he acknowledged that natural philosophy isn't science. He said that plain and simple. The Egyptians fall well into the mythological philosophy. So they're not even natural philosophy. That means they don't have science for sure. Reggie equates knowledge to science. So if he says the Egyptian philosophical frame equates to no science, means no knowledge, because Reggie insists that knowledge equals science. It says it right there in Cambridge. Now, if Reggie acknowledged the Egyptians, nor the Greeks had science because they had natural philosophy, Reggie, you have by your own nomenclature eliminated knowledge from all these people. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You have proven to be what I always thought. You are part of a conspiracy to undermine black people. And I got you. I got you. You said
we gotta get them out of there.
I got the clips. We played it. You admitted philosophical, natural philosophy, right, isn't science. So if the Egyptians had mythological mythological philosophy, where the gods and the natures all did it, that means they didn't even have natural philosophy. That means they have 2 times no science. That means they have 2 times no knowledge. That means, Reggie, they were dumb. According to your narrative, they had no knowledge. You see how playing with words gets you in a linguistic bind, Reggie? I don't want to see you on any platform in any black community again. I've officially revoked your black card. You must exit the community. Must. You
Putting
have
them out.
declared, you
Don't
have
throw them
declared that
out.
the Egyptian have no knowledge. You are anti-black empowerment. You've taken everything away from us. Odysseus didn't bring the vaccine according to you because he had no knowledge, Reggie, because he was practicing a natural philosophy.
Yeah, even Reggie gonna get real old Reggie. Definitely old Reggie.
Yeah, Reggie out of here. You out,
Don't
Reggie.
think about it. When you
Out the
least
building.
expect it. I mean, least expected, Reggie.
Damn, that hurt me. When Reggie said that, and I understood the implications, Reggie, you were trying to bamboozle us all the time. You were meaning that the ancients had no science, therefore no knowledge. Because if natural philosophy isn't science, then their system of acquiring knowledge isn't scientific, means they have no knowledge, right, Reggie? Because you equate science and knowledge in the same sentence, Reggie. The boom, bam, bam, bam. What Cambridge said. Cambridge said there was science, right? But you acknowledge that natural philosophy isn't science. How did the Greeks acquire their knowledge? By means of natural philosophy, Reggie. Reggie, you did yourself a bad one, bro. Tomorrow I'll be on your head again because I ain't stopping. You should have never went there with me. So I ain't stopping. I'm gonna be on your head till I don't see you anymore. And I'm gonna have my bird on my shoulder tomorrow because that's high level of skill.
Join that Discord to get them
So
sources
amped
we
up,
read.
say you might well go into your show, do your doggone show, man.
Yeah, you might.
There's like 70 people in the building, man.
Yeah, you might as well do your show, yo. The 70. Yeah, the
Y'all tune
70.
in tomorrow. I see the hour. I see the sweet spot in terms of the time. So I'm gonna adjust my scheduling a bit. We see what other if Ank's going live or not. And but you all would see the schedule. We'll be back tomorrow for sure.
I'll keep having that. I had to do both. I keep having that phone. You know what I'm saying? I
Huh?
got to keep developing it because you were starting to build up there too. That way, you know what I mean? That way we can hit them in the daytime.
Yeah.
In the nighttime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can have a good look. Cause I like the way the day kind of played out. We was kind of rocking for.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that 4 o'clock spot then.
Hey y'all, with that being, he got barbershop boys. Just noticed.
Barbershop. Dun.
Yo.
Oh, man.
Yo, y'all. Peace out, man. I gotta get ready to get up out of here. Hey, shout out to Unc. I'm about to give you a call. Shout out to Cedric. Hey,
All right, bro.
Yeah,
it is what it is. All the time we have fun, we get it in. Hey, guys, get over there on my channel, subscribe. And as I always say, they say it, I play it. Don't get mad, get smart, because pseudos gotta eat too. Peace.
Crazy.
Bro, peace. Yeah, so that should keep your phone and find your little prime time slot in there where you can do the set talk prime time. You know what I mean? Where you can hit them up prime time too.
Yeah, that's how we keep that pressure on them.
Yeah, because we were supposed to have 3 shows today, but because of all of how I got discombobulated, it ended up being only 2. But you know,
Because
we in a rock for a large part
made
today.
an effort to support our good brother JJ.
Yeah, man. But listen, JJ, man, when you hear this, bro, like, you know, Cedric driving, he just got his license on the screen yard. He trying to figure it out too. Now we done been hella patient with your audio problems, you're late, you get kicked out in a minute. We hanging there with you, but you can't come in and be rude and just like, man, be respectful, bro. Like, come on, bro. You can't be like that, bro. You know, appreciate you doing your thing, bro. But come on, man.
Yeah,
but
we
y'all
got
know
right?
JJ. Y'all know JJ. He's gonna come around, and you can't hate JJ, but we gotta keep a fine line. There are certain lines you just don't cross, right?
Yeah.
And once you cross that line, it's over. Yeah. We keep it above water. It's about the dialogue. It was going back and forth. It was an interesting conversation, and I'm appreciated JJ learning on the fly. Right, this is the way JJ is going to learn. He needs a combative environment to engage. Right, so I appreciate it. Right, that he's learning in real time. So you see when he tries to move the goalpost because he knows he lost that point. Right, so it was it was fun. It was fun. It
Yeah,
was fun.
yeah, yeah.
And I'm saying, being in this position, I understand the level of responsibility to keep it
You
together.
driving hard. Yeah, said everybody, put everybody in the car. Everybody out. Everybody out.
About to put everybody out.
You
Get
hit the
out.
show, Sandra. You can't do it. The show's over. Once you kick niggas out the car, you can't kick them out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ. But then one more time, I'm kicking you out the car. One
I'm gonna get better at it. I'm gonna get better at it. But you see, we got a lot of support. Miss Tiff, keep talking. The heads are hard, but the information is filtering in. And I appreciate Sosa. We need a lot of more Sosa's world. Your ability, the art of dialogue. I need to learn it. I'm always ready for a fight, but yeah, in this position, I realize that you ain't fighting, son. You just gotta hold it down.
Yeah, we gotta clip up Stu P's or crash it over your show.
Yeah, we owe him too. We owe him too. We got
Stu P. We gonna make a list, man. Reggie,
we
Stu
got that
P.
list.
We gotta
Reggie.
make a list together.
Yeah, now
Shoes.
the building is burning. We gotta
Got the
clean
figures. Definitely got the figures. He got his coming.
Yeah, Gullah show coming, I think, tomorrow too. So
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah, tune into that. Yes, sir. Tune into that. That is
Yeah, that's why
gonna
I'm
be
going to work
interesting.
right now. I'm going to work right now so I can be free tomorrow. Going to work
Yeah.
right now. See?
All right.
All right.
I'm tired. This is a ride. I'm tired. Thank y'all for tuning in. We had over 70 people in the building.
You can't go nowhere, yo. We got enough.
I do winner. I said peace, man.
All right. Listen, with that, tune in tomorrow. I'm gonna play some music, take us out. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to Pitbull Kent. Shout out to the God Killer for trusting me with the keys. Thanks to Miss Tiff for and Juju for all the coaching and preparing me to be a disciplined host. I appreciate all y'all for tuning in. 70 people in the building. We had a wonderful night. Shout out to JJ. Shout out to Chris. It was a fun interaction, and I guess y'all learned some more about this subject. Y'all can see when people are wrong. Y'all can see where they're making the mistakes now. And I appreciate y'all. Tune in tomorrow for another set talks where we wrap it all up when we get into peer review, the final process that solidifies what modern science is, and we deal with some of the fallacies that have been going around in the community. You're going to see probably a God Killer show going tomorrow. So y'all stay tuned. Look out for the pseudo killers. I appreciate y'all being in the building. Thank you so much for being here tonight. With that, let's take us out.
What's your ideology? Can somebody explain to me why all this blackology? Is this the culture's community? Every discussion rooted in blackology, fueled by the lack of basic integrity. Case in point, you know who I mean. High level foolery, dress up as a green nostalgia trap. Always reliving history, but missing them at the no consistency. Name drops heavy just to spark up the flame. But scholarship ain't just remembering names. Smoking mirrors, performance, artistry, debate, turn feeding my intellectual honesty. You say build, but what are you building really? If it's not grounded, it's just sounding silly. What's your ideology? Can somebody explain to me why all this blackology? Is this the conscious community? Confusion rising, no clarity, just noise wrapped in false authority. What's your ideology? Yeah, somebody explain this bit. Promoting theories with no accountability. Cherry pick claim justice credibility. Confirmation bias, that's the strategy. Ignoring the data, rewrite reality. Call yourself a scholar, that's a travesty. Is the methodology, that's not mastery. You can't read plain sight, culturally the call it truth. That's not how it be. Sound saying no, it's mythology. That's the more repeatable, that's the policy. You burn the lines, create mythology. Then package it up, it's black technology. Now it's energy, now it's destiny. Now it's society at the feet of legacy. But inheritance ain't validity. You still gotta show that wisdom and stability. What's your ideology? Can somebody explain to me why all this blackology? Is this the conscious community? All I see is fantasy, no rigor, no transparency. What's your ideology? biology. Got check quick, that's reality when evidence is. No apologies, vivid again. No mythology, squint your eyes, disguise the lies. But truth don't bend to theatrics and cries. The crazy or not, that don't move me if the logic's weak. I see it clearly, no ideology, I stand on method. Test every claim, cross-check the analytic. You want truth, then you gotta respect it, not just protect it when it's convenient. What's your ideology? Yeah, that's the question lately. But if it ain't grounded properly, it just knows and it don't faze me. Yeah. That's the question lately. But if it ain't grounded properly, it's just noise and it don't faze me. Pseudo killers, armed with the facts. No more room for the noise. Listen. Pseudo killers number one. Who got these streets lit? Armed with facts, always legit. Hate me all you want, I don't give a shit. Got 'em out here crying, throwing a fit. Pseudo killers tight, yeah, we making them fall. No more room for stories that have already been told. Stomping on these scammers, keeping it bold. Trendsetters keep the heavy covers cold. God killer cooking with that hot grease. But look at Chill, he be chillin', he's a real beast. Ice in his veins, while the pressure increase. Was the furnace, once the frost, we'll never cease. King Sosa the source, yeah, he keeping the peace. Holding all the keys till the truth is released. Fuck with the Black Widow, end up deceased. One web of a logic, you're the centerpiece of feast. Good juju, bad juju, shielded by the spirits. Protected by the crowd so we never have to fear it. Bad energy deflected, they don't wanna come near it. The pseudo killer family, you can feel it when you hear it. Space age, calm and cool, but you feel the heat. Galactic perception, seeing miles past the street. While kick doors coming to the breach is complete. Yeah, the man's name is Kick Door. Need I say more? Street killers number one. Who got these streets lit? Home with facts, always legit. Hate me all you want, I don't give a shit. Got 'em out here crying, don't wanna fit. Pseudo killers tight, yeah, we making them fall. No more room for stories that have already been told. Stomping on these scammers, keeping it bold. Trendsetters keep the heavy cows cold. My name's OSPC, so I'm built for the controversy. The truth is a weapon, and I ain't showing no mercy. I'm the catalyst, sparking the mental chemistry.